on right here. Nope, goes that way. There we go. And we are having Wendy Peveich from Archer Eland on tonight. And we gotta make sure the guest is on along with me. That's looking good. I will put those microphones over here. Ow, what is that? Are you kidding me? That hurt. A beard hair caught my microphone. Let's drop that a little lower then there. Folks, we'll put this one up here. Put this one, I'll put another one on there. That's fine. Let's make sure everybody can hear me on YouTube now. We're live. I'll talk a little bit about New Orleans in a second. That was fantastic. What do I got? I don't got a lot of people on yet, but we will talk about a brand new brand. And I'm excited about that. I'll go like that over there. So let me hit YouTube, make sure everything's working good now. I'll see where I'm at. So I don't want to tip that over. All right, let's go here, here. Okay, there you go. We'll see what's happening live here. Make sure I have some. Want to make sure I have some sound. Make sure I have some. Yeah, I definitely have sound. It's sound. That's sound. Make sure I have some. Yeah, I definitely. All right, so we got that. So let's do the thing. Welcome everybody to the podcast. Tonight, we will be interviewing the founder of Archer Eland. Wendy. Founder and creator. Make sure you tell us where you're from and what you're sipping on. And make sure if you want your comments. Make sure to leave a super chat if you want your comments to be read online. But we do monitor them and respond from time to time. But I will say hi to oh my God, Luke Duffy and Nick Shadow. What? That's fine. All right. You're sipping on where you're from. You're a shadow. Yeah, okay. That's in respond. That's fine. All right. Oh, come on. There we go. I've got it up there. Did I stop it? I'm sure I did. It just stopped. Okay. Let's see what happens. Why did I stop it? Why did it stop? All right, let's just re-go in. All right, here we go. That's working. Step back up. All right, there we go. I came back in. All right, there we go. Now we're just waiting for CT to join us in a couple minutes, and I think he just did. There we go. Make sure we don't have any technical difficulties. Are you talking there?
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you, but I can't see you.
Yeah, I gotta. I'll get there.
Can you hear me? There we go.
I can hear you.
Okay.
I can hear you.
You
can hear me all right?
Yeah, that's a little different setup.
Sitting in the front room today, I wanted to change of pace so I could sit down instead of having to be standing up. I feel like in that stool, I'm always kind of standing. I'm not sure if I like this stupid camera doing this, though. I got to change that.
You mean that zooming and booming?
What is that setting that does this?
I can't. I can't tell you.
In the phone, I think that
I think it
was
zoom to.
Who knew how to fix it? That oh shit! Who knew it? Somebody was saying how to fix it, and I can't remember.
I know who knows how to. Hey, Dario, good to see you. I know how to fix that. I know who knows. ChatGPT knows exactly how to fix that.
I'm pretty sure Lizen is the one who knew because he said something about it.
Yeah, some people love it, and some people are. Hey, Patrick, good to see you. This is going to be interesting.
I like how it doesn't get
tonight.
I don't like how it doesn't get the stuff behind me. Like it doesn't pick up the other stuff.
In New Orleans, I got to see Wendy. So that was kind of interesting. She did a whole thing that I might be able to include. She did kind of a short. We interviewed everybody live on Friday night because it's a 2-night thing, right? They're grand tasting, and you walk around, and everybody's there like a normal whiskey group, a whiskey festival. And she was there with I forget who the guy from. She might know the guy from Middle West Spirits, but Middle West was right next to her. And she's blending for not only for herself, but she's blending with another person for Middle West Spirits. So that's going pretty well.
Yeah, that is a good thing.
Yes, for sure.
Just a heads up too. She just texted me before I got on. She has to be off at a hard 9:30.
Oh yeah, this will be over and she can go. Yeah, we'll get it started right once she gets on. We'll get it going right at 8:30. We're live on Facebook and YouTube already, and welcome everybody on Facebook and YouTube. Well, let me just quick do the thing. Tonight, Wendy, how do you say her last name exactly? Peveich?
Said it right the other day.
Wendy Peveich?
I'm pretty sure, unless I've been saying it wrong.
Well, we should ask her directly.
It's much cooler when she says it anyway.
Oh, of course. It's like she should introduce us.
Her accent's awesome.
I should get her to do our openings. So Middle West Spirits is out of Columbus, Ohio. They have built a 72,000 square foot distillery to go along with their craft distillery and their service bar restaurant. They're both at 2 locations, but they keep getting closer and closer to the Plan B. They've been distilling now for 2 years at the new location, and it's Mike Alone, right?
Mike Alone is how I think it's said.
It's not Mick Alone, it's Mike Alone, which is his grandfather's name. And Michael Owen brand for Middle West Spirits is on the shelf in 44 states. Right now, they have their cast strength and their regular, but the straight wheat whiskey, the 4-grain wheated bourbon, and their pumpernickel rye are fantastic. And you got to check out Middle West Spirits in Columbus, Ohio. Then there's Whiskey Thief. Whiskey Thief in Frankfort, Kentucky, along with their tasting room up in the New Louisville area, where it's a barrel pick all day, every day. You get to walk in, 5 barrels are right there for you. They will thief it right into your glass, all 5 of them. And if you like one, you can thief your own bottle. They got 375, 750s, and as many as you want. One time I liked a rye, and I think they sold out the barrel. So it's a barrel pick every day with fantastic, both places, fantastic experience, fantastic staff. You got to get there. Music, food, everything. Whiskey Thief Distilling, Frankfort, Kentucky. And then you've got the Spirit of French Lick in French Lick, Indiana. Alan Bishop might be gone, but his whiskey's not, and it's aging, and it's getting better and better and better. You got to check them out. They're in the historic town of French Lick. They've got, not only do they've got the French Lick distillery and winery, but they've got a casino, they've got golfing, they've got hot springs, they got spas. It's a great experience. You got to get down there, check it out. Right now, we have our Lillian Sinclair and our William Dalton available for tasting. So if you want to make sure that you get some of this, stop by at the French Lick Winery in French Lick, Indiana, and make sure you let them know that CT and Tiny sent you. All right. And then Alan Bishop is now at the Old Homestead Distillery in Indiana, right down the road from French Lick. And it's on Patoka Lake. It's a great experience. Not only do they have a winery, they've got a brewery, and now they've got a distillery. You got it all covered. At the distillery, there's even a walk-in humidor, and they've got their bourbon whiskey hotel. So along with, if you want to spend a day on the lake, they've got it all right there. Houseboats, boat rentals, everything. Fantastic experience at Old Homestead, but also Alan Bishop has the One Piece at a Time Distilling Institute, and the If You Have Ghosts, You Have Everything. One Piece at a Time Distilling Institute on YouTube will cover all of your distilling questions, whether you're a commercial or a home distiller. Moonshiner, it doesn't matter. He's got it covered. And If You Have Ghosts, You Have Everything is his podcast with new episodes right now. And he combines the best of the spirits world, the spirit industry with the spirits world, and he puts them together. Check out If You Have Ghosts, You Have Everything with Alan Bishop. Now, since we're not going to be doing this, make sure you do this one, Chris. They sponsor our barrel bottle breakdown, but you could do the mean thing, talk them up, considering you live there.
Yeah. Partially that I think I have my name on that couch by now, but yeah, Old Louisville Whiskey Company in Old Louisville, Kentucky. Right down. If you're not familiar, it's kind of south of downtown. But yeah, they've again tremendous products. They are very specific. Amine wants to have everything 8 years and older. They do a lot of incredible barrels. They do finish some. But they have age-stated product out there up to 18 years. But the biggest thing is new tasting and barrel pick and experience that they've just opened up in Shively, where they have acquired one of the old Seagram's Rick houses. So that is their new spot. It's awesome. It's still underway. We were there not too long ago, and there's been a lot of things done. All of his barrels are there now, so excited to see how that's going to be this summer.
It should be an awesome time.
He is doing it right though. They're not going in and half-hearted doing it. It's coming along really nice.
All right. All of a sudden, Siri turns on, and she's trying to respond. she's trying to. Oh my God. Okay, here we go. Trying to put this up. All right, so you got that. Oh my God, I don't know what the hell's going on. And I've locked it. Oh my! I'm just gonna go back.
What?
I've been monitoring YouTube and okay. And I just want to see. All right, really, it started.
Nice thing is we have the benefit, and most people that live in the area, Wendy being here in Columbus makes it really nice because she's at a lot of events and she's always kind of around doing things. So
yeah, initially
it's great to have her on today.
All right. And yeah, and I'm glad that she's running just a little bit late, but www.scotchybourbonboys.com for all things Scotchy Bourbon Boys. Glen Cairns t-shirts, make sure you check it out. And then also we're on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and X, along with Apple, iHeart, and Spotify. No matter whether you listen to us or you watch us, make sure that, like on YouTube, become a member. Leave super chats. Just go one thing beyond subscription or liking, support us. Every single cent and everything that we goes right back into the Scotchy Bourbon Boys and what we're doing. So it allows us to get down to the festivals, cover the festivals, pay for, whatever we can when we're there. So check it out and support us. All right, there we go. I got that under control. So the festival was wild. I mean, did you heard what happened, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I saw everything going on, and I kind of knew that Macaulay was working towards that, but didn't know for sure it was going to happen then. But that's pretty awesome.
It was supposed to happen in like next year in Key West. And out of the blue, they just decided to do it on Thursday. They decided to do it at the festival. And I was like, so it's weird to go to a bourbon festival and end up going to a wedding. I lost you. Can you hear me? Are you there? Can't hear you. Yeah. Can you hear me? Yeah, I can't hear you. It could have been my speaker. Let's see. Oh, let me see. Did I lose my speaker? Let me see. Hey, Chris, talk.
New York.
All right. Yeah, I can hear you now. Are you there?
How now, brown cow?
Yeah, something went off on my the Bluetooth speakers all of a sudden just died. So,
but it's on now.
Yeah, I put you on my studio display speaker, which is better than my Mac Mini, and so we can hear you.
Okay. I was gonna say my microphone was working, so I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, all of a sudden you were gone. I was like,
what? In some cases, people might like that.
I doubt it.
He's out of here, thank God.
You're CT. I gotta get this off the glare. Right now we're getting a glare on YouTube. Are we getting glare on? No, Facebook we don't have to worry about, but YouTube I gotta worry about. Let's see. All right, let's see if I get. Yep, I got you off the glare. All right. And I'm going to pull me up because people can see me. And then it'll go more towards you and Wendy. All right. So, that was, I mean, I don't even, I'm still stunned by what happened. Did you get the outline?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, it's kind of cool. Hey, it looks like I put a lot of time and effort into it.
I'm guessing you did not.
I did. I told it what to do, and it did it. It's good.
Uh-huh.
It's amazing how much research you could do on somebody in about. It takes you about 5 minutes. No. Okay, so
And it
Adam
lays it out nice.
CT. He says you have a wall. Adam Roberts says you have a lot of wall space there behind you. You
And
think
tell Adam that's a window. That's why I can't put anything.
He's-
This is the auxiliary room. This is my record room. This is where I sit and listen to records.
right? And he says I think you have a room for some more. You have room for more stuff.
Oh dear God.
He has another room,
I mean-
Adam.
let me just say there's definitely room, but I don't know how much more of it I'm going to be able to take up with stuff. So
Yeah. So once Wendy comes on, we'll get started right off the bat. So
all right.
yeah.
And hi, by the way, Adam. Sorry, I didn't mean to. Hey, Adam, you'll be excited. Guess who's coming on? April the 6th, 7th. What did I tell you, Jeff?
Oh, it would have been the
Thursday, 7th.
okay. Yeah.
I think. Isn't that it?
No, I think it's
Yeah,
Tuesday
so-
the 7th because
So
because April 11th is a Saturday.
yeah, it's that Thursday before
Which-
the Saturday.
Which be
the 11th.
9th.
So
That would be the
So it's
9th.
the 9th, April 9th, Adam, Penelope will be on. And we might try some stuff that's not even on the market yet. I'm pretty sure we're going to try stuff that's not on the market yet.
Well, Adam said it's like when you said it, he's like, who's going to be on? And he's like, Amin.
Oh, Amin's going to be on, but that's not this one. So we're getting to do Amin's when he slows down. He's so chaotic right now with everything trying to get finalized in his place. I think he's a little scattered. So we'll let him get settled, and then definitely he'll be on.
Okay. Yeah.
Which is funny because that's where I met Adam, was at Amin's just randomly. One day, just met him and his wife down there and found out they were from around the corner.
Awesome. Do you like my little setup right here with everybody? We'll get going. We're gonna get going at 8:30. We're pretty close, but we're waiting for Wendy to drop in. So hopefully,
Yes, she said she was running a little late, but she said I'll be on there and blah blah blah. So she's good. But yeah, the flasks, they're really, the thing is like Wendy will tell you she designed those flasks with the idea that after you were done, you could retain it as a flask. They're really very nice.
yes, they are definitely very, very nice, I would say. And I've got them in there, and it's going to be, I mean, I look forward to this podcast.
Oh, me too.
It's like, we both know Wendy as she's gone through her career. That day that I met her right before you did, was that Penelope tasting that you came up for Danny to come up and do it up at the barrel room. Remember? You actually drove up with.
up in Canton.
Yeah, you met me at the Mexican restaurant, and then I went in for the Ohio barrel pick, and that's when I met Wendy. She was, I would say at the time, her.
Wendy joined.
All right, here she comes. Coming in. Yep. Hello. Can you hear us?
Oh, there she is.
What's up, bud?
Here you go.
Hello.
Hello, everybody. How's it going?
Good. How are you?
I am absolutely knackered. I will not lie to you. I'm knackered. I just got home maybe about 30 minutes ago. And
Where did you go after New Orleans?
I've been on the road for an entire week. So I was in Virginia the entire week. So I left Columbus around Sunday, Monday, and I was in Virginia all the way up until Thursday. Left Virginia, flew to New Orleans to home, and I thank God I made it just in time before all hell broke loose on Sunday morning. That was nuts. So I made it home Sunday afternoon, just before the hailstorms happened. And then Monday, I worked from home trying to play catch up. And Tuesday was my first. Today's my first day back in the distillery, and I'm just trying to play catch up. So yeah, it's good to be on here with you guys. How are you?
Great. It's awesome to actually have you on and not just be sitting somewhere drinking somebody else's stuff and talking about somebody else's product. We're actually going to drink yours and pick yours apart.
No, please forgive me. My voice is almost shattered. I was talking so much in New Orleans. So if I'm a bit raspy, I apologize. It's just I'm trying to like recover from that. But it was such a beautiful visit that yeah.
You sound absolutely fine. You sound great.
Thank you.
You're good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hi. I still haven't got my luggage yet.
Wait, what?
Yeah, on the way home, me and Matt were flying back, and his luggage is tracking and mine's not. So we fly into Cleveland. I tell them, and they're like, "Well, it'll be Monday." Now they at least found it, and then it's to Cleveland. Now it's being FedEx to me. Yeah, and
so fly with?
American Airlines.
Oh,
not
well, I flew American. Needless to say, so I tend to use different airlines, whichever's going to get me to where I need to go the fastest, with the exception of like Spirit. Hello.
You can't count on.
Yeah. Exactly. But you know what's so funny is, I left. So New Orleans, we had grand tasting Friday and Saturday. And what I ended up doing is Saturday, and both nights I was the last brand to leave because it was that great of a turnout for me. And Saturday I ended up, shutting down, and I had an unfortunate situation where someone tried to steal my stuff. But neither here nor there. Saturday, I finished. I think I was 10:30, 10:45. I was walking out, and I ended up going to Barrel Proof to meet up with some of my friends in the industry just to say goodbye. This is my first time out in 2 years, maybe. And I was like, you know what? There's no sense in me sleeping. I might as well just stay up. I went back to my hotel, packed, showered, got ready, got my, I usually, if I fly out like super early in the morning, I always order a car service. So I literally went to Louisiana Airport. 3 a.m, my car service picked me up, and by 3:25, I was there. And by the time I got there, I have clear. I was like probably number 15 in the line, and literally by the time that group we got through security, first PA announcement was like, "Hey, we are confirmed. We no longer have TSA pre-check for the entire day." I bet I don't have to worry about it, and I put it on the story. I was like, "Hey, it's fucking Roland. Just get here early. If you fly up until like 7:30." And then by the time I get to my terminal where I'm flying out to go home, another PA goes on and they go, "We're cutting off the escalators." And people were winding in the parking lot. And I was like, oh my days, this is bad.
Yeah.
And by the time I'm taking off, another PA goes off, and it's like about a 3 to 4 hour wait minimum. And I was like, I got lucky. I flew out at 5:30 in the morning, and off I went. So
we were out at 5:30. We were out at 5:32. We flew from New Orleans to Chicago, but we were supposed to. Yeah. We had the 5:30 same flight. We did exactly what you did. We went upstairs at the hotel, where it was, and then Macaulay kind of came up and had his wedding reception, which was crazy. Then
his reception, was it in the Westin by the bar area?
Right by the bar. Yeah, he brought dark arts. He brought everything up. He's then has a horn player playing. He's dancing with Avery and a sword. It's like,
yeah, stable.
Yeah,
that was an interesting thing.
But anyways, so I stayed all the way till about 11:30, quarter to 12, And then I went upstairs to go to bed so I could get a couple hours because our Uber driver was coming 3 a.m. just like yours. But Matt got Fonte found the speakeasy up there stairs, and Matt's like, the wall opened up and then there was a bar back there. And so he got in about 1:45 and we had to get up. I woke him up at 22:03 and we went downstairs, but we were the same way. We had to check our bags because we had so much alcohol.
Yeah.
And then by the time we hit the line, I heard all those. We were like in the back of the line when they closed the first close of the, and then of TSA quick check. Then there was the close of the escalators, but our boarding time was 5:48. I mean 5:50. Was 5:50? It was no 4. It was a 5:30 flight, so it was 4:50, and we walked up to the gate at 4:38. I mean 4:48. So I mean, and then they boarded. I mean, it worked out. But there was people you saw them. They were running and sprinting. The guy in front of me that checked his bag, he basically checks his bag, and he had a 4:30 flight, and I'm like, you aren't making that. It was horrible. But it
was scary. It was crazy. But I thank God that we were able to fly home, and we flew in good weather. It was great. I flew out on that nasty East Coast storm, so that was nasty. But neither here nor there. We're home. We made it, and I'm back home. So it works out perfect.
But I still don't have my bag.
You don't track it.
Well, I can track it. It's coming tomorrow before noon.
Yeah.
But it's
nice.
That's Wednesday, and my toothbrush, my electric high-end, I'm brushing my teeth with a regular toothbrush. So anyways.
Oh my God. Woe is me.
Yeah. There you go. All right,
the only kind of toothbrush I have is the cheap toothbrush. I don't have anything else.
All
right. So you guys have the Archer Eland. Well, Chris, I'm gonna give Jeff a hard time throughout this whole.
You should do it. You're gonna see my face. You'll be able to see my face.
And that's fine. The thing about it is, this is a beautiful opportunity for us to, I may give you a hard time, Jeff, but this is a pivotal moment, right? It's my job, obviously, not necessarily yours, but to maintain an open mind for consumers to kind of see what's going on in Ohio. Ohio's blowing up. We're doing amazing things. And, as much as we may have the levels of certain intrinsic biases, which is fine. And again, myself as a business owner, a brand owner, and a blender, I have to step outside of my self-awareness all the time, even when I create all this stuff, so that everybody's kind of getting something that they love in all those 4 SKUs that we have tonight. So it's going to be, I'm excited. That way we can kind of have this amazing discussion, because we already know where Jeff stands,
Well,
It's not bourbon, Jeff is not about it.
No, that's not, I mean, when it's with Rye's over the last 5 years, I've found Rye's I like that, but I had to work at it.
Do you like dark pumpernickel rye?
I love the pumpernickel rye from Middle.
Which one have you had thus far? Which batch have you had thus far? Dark pumpernickel rye.
You're gonna make me figure out where.
I'm about to catch my stuff.
It would have been last year's batch. I think it was like I got it in March.
Wendy, was the one that you did at the festival here in Ohio when you were at the tent for Middle West? Was that a dark pumpernickel?
Was it cast strength or was it just regular?
No, it was the cast strength. It was
I had the cast strength.
Dark pumpernickel rye. So I blended dark pumpernickel rye batch 3, and it's the most phenomenal rye you'll ever try.
From this one or the Middle West one?
That's wheat whiskey.
Yes, but this brand from the say the brand Michelone, right?
No, that's wheat whiskey.
No, but no, I'm just talking. I know this is wheat whiskey.
How do you say it?
But how do you say the brand?
Is it Michelone or Michelone?
Michelone.
Yeah, Michelone.
All right.
Okay, so this is the straight wheat whiskey, but then the Michelone pumpernickel rye, right? That's what it is?
No.
Oh no, so they're just all cast strength. Thank you.
So here's the thing. So Michael Owen is Ryan's family legacy name. Michael Owen will come through as a cask strength, and it will also come at a lower proof. I can't remember if it's 92 or 95 proof. Don't quote me on that. So Michael Owen is the bourbon. It's the wheat bourbon, right?
Right.
And then you have wheat whiskey, right? That's that 95.5 that Jeff is touching.
But that's
wheat whiskey.
Right.
Right. And then from there you have dark pumpernickel rye. So all these offerings will come at cask strength.
I gotta go look.
Yeah.
I gotta see if that's the one I have.
Do I really have it right here?
I'm intrigued to see what you guys have.
There it is.
I don't think you have any of mine.
This is it.
Yeah, that's a dark pumpernickel rye cask strength. What batch is that?
You're gonna make me. Yeah, that's always little. All right.
Oh my God, Jeff.
This is batch 1.
Beautiful, 125.1 proof.
What?
Like 125.1 proof. It's delightful.
Mm-hmm. Batch 001. Yep. No, and
So I blended batch 3. 003 is the one I blended.
Yeah, I've been trying to get to like I said at the festival. So what we should do right now is I'm going to start the actual audio podcast because we've been talking, and this way it'll be official. Okay. So it plays about a 40-second spot you can't hear, but the spot playing is for Middle West Spirits, and then you'll hear the theme song, and then I'll introduce you. Now I say your last name right, Peveich?
Nope. Peveich.
Peveich. Thank you. Me and Chris are like, we know you as Wendy, but you don't actually always hear it. But Wendy Peveich. Okay. All right. So I'll get it going.
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh my gosh, well, fancy.
See what you did to me, Wendy?
I don't care. You deserve that.
I'm not even allowed to open it.
Oh, Rachel said no. Like what she did, serious?
Yeah, she told me tonight I wasn't allowed to open it, so I got to put it back on the shelf.
Okay. Do you want one? Because I'm running out.
No, I'm going to open it eventually. I'm just not going to do it without her here.
I don't have bond money. Don't do that.
No, I don't want to cause those issues.
Dude, listen. Open it at your own risk, because that's Rachel's bottle. Didn't you buy your own? Because that's Rachel's bottle. I
bought it. I bought it for her, that bottle. It's okay. Listen, she opens all my stuff all the time. We're equal opportunity openers.
I'm out of that one. That's on you.
All right. So welcome to the Scotchy Bourbon Boys. We're here tonight with Wendy Peveich. She is joining us, and from Archer Eland, she has her new rye whiskey line brand of her brand of rye whiskey. And we're so excited to have her here tonight. We also got CT. Welcome, CT.
Hey, everybody.
And
glad to be here.
Yeah, and we said that, but we're fresh off. Wendy and myself were both in New Orleans, and we were talking a little bit on the pre-cast. But Wendy, just talk about the experience in New Orleans and how cool that whole experience was. And you've also said you've been on the road pushing the brand, but I really felt between everything that was going on there that you were, there was just everybody just kept coming up, and I think it's such a unique brand, top to bottom. I mean, you've got the ryes and the 4 different ryes that you sent me as samples, and then you've got the coolest bottle on the market. So talk a little bit, right off the bat about how the presentation and everything went in New Orleans.
It was amazing. I actually, prior to me getting into New Orleans, I was in Virginia as a judge. Sometimes I'm called or invited rather to judge certain spirits in certain competitions, which I'm always honored to do. And I always meet such amazing people. And this time around, I had the honor of being around the likes of Lou Bryson and Paul Litko, Tracy Franklin, Maggie Kimball, Maggie Campbell, Caitlin Bartlett, uh, so many amazing human beings, and we just had amazing time because what Virginia is doing is amazing. What they're doing is bringing in unbiased opinion to judge the spirits that are within Virginia, whether it's rye, rum, you know, whatever it is across the board. That's what we're doing. And Becky Harris and her husband were there as well, which is really awesome. But from there, I came to New Orleans, and I was presented with the opportunity of coming in to kind of do a finger on the pulse to see kind of how, you know, Archer Eland would be received. And it was beautiful for me because I haven't seen some of my industry friends in about 2 years because I kind of went underground a little bit and went quiet because I was working on a huge task. It's a behemoth, if you will. So it was great. I was able to showcase Archer Eland, showcase Ohio Grain and what we're doing out here. And actually finally stand in there as myself. I'm a brand owner now. I'm a blender now. I don't call myself a master blender. You have to kind of put your dues and pay your dues for a long time before you are ordained as a master blender, which is something I'm looking forward to doing. So coming to New Orleans and showcasing my products was absolutely phenomenal, and it was received very, very well.
It's unique because you have a special thing with your brand that it is 100% rye.
Yeah.
And I like the fact that you're breaking down that wall that not everybody has, but there are people who opinionate
Yeah.
ryes and other things, and it's kind of neat to see you tackle that head on. And
Yeah, I mean, I have people that went before me and literally think about a wall, right? And someone takes a sledgehammer to it and they hit it and you get a fracture crack, right? So for me, I think of people like Becky Harris, who is the owner of Catoctin Creek out of Virginia. And then I think of Todd Leopold, who is the master behind the Three Chamber Rye and Rye Whiskey. And so those are the people that did that. They hit that crack, they hit that wall. My job is to blast it open, and that's what I'm doing right now. And I'm doing it through the perspective of showcasing the world what Ohio grain actually does and looks like through my blending technique and showcasing what I have to offer for the state of Ohio to everybody. So it's quite the honor, honestly.
Well, what's
I've
what?
been,
Go ahead, Chris.
go ahead, Jeff. Go ahead.
Okay, so you name the names that you are naming are people throughout the whole industry, and one of the things, like you said, you're what's really cool. You come, you know, your where your background is from. We'll get a little bit into that, but then working at Middle West Spirits in Ohio, and through your brand, through the Middle West brand, but you were talking about people who are you know, write about Kentucky and all that kind of stuff. So you're so intertwined into that culture, and you're so aware of all the other people. I really think that's a strong point, you know. And but the one thing, how did you get into it all? I mean, your background, like what you were talking about was, you know, so diverse of the people that you were talking about, but all of them are at
Yeah.
festivals in different places and doing some amazing things. You know, Maggie Kimbrell, she writes for, I believe, Whiskey Advocate, and she, you know, there's so many different things. So how did it start? How did you get from where you were before to want to start to get into the industry?
So prior to this, my 9 to 5 was I'm actually a cardiovascular nurse practitioner. So my specialization is in general cardiovascular medicine. I dabbled in heart failure, but I know it sounds absolutely morbid, but I love heart attacks just because I just kind of love the way they present. They never are the same. One heart attack is not the same. But anyway, I worked for 13 years, 13 to 15 years as a nurse, and then NP for a cup of coffee. And during COVID, I was one of the nurses taken from my floor, put into the ER. So I was kind of one of the first people to kind of see what was going on in the front lines. And it was a lot, it was taxing. And so I needed an outlet. a creative outlet, not necessarily a scientific and, that type of thing, but I just needed a creative outlet for me to disassociate. And so Ohio is very hell bent on mainstream, Buffalo Trace products. I always was intrigued. I was like, man, I really want to try a Buffalo Trace product. I've never had it before. And so I remember many years ago, my husband's uncle gifted me a Blanton's, and I was like, "That's all right, not bad." But I wanted to delve into it further, but I couldn't get it. I didn't realize that it was allocated, and I was like, you know what, F it. I decided to, at the time I was putting myself through grad school, and I was like, you know what, for $50 budget, what can I find in the store that's easily accessible, that's just as good as these mainstream products, and that's where my story began. And I started taking, pictures on it on Instagram. I'm not an influencer, never was, and never will be. Sorry, don't ever tell me that I'm an influencer. It's something I just do not own. And so, with that being said, I did that. And by 2020, 2021, I took a leap of faith with the money that I had saved up. I reached out to someone. I was like, I want to learn what is involved in a barrel pick. I don't call them barrel picks. I call them curations, just because there's a lot that goes into it now that I know what I know and where I'm at right now. And I went to Colorado and I ended up doing a barrel pick at 291. And 291 in Colorado have a very special place in my heart because every time I went to Colorado after that, a massive tectonic shift happened in my life where everything changed. Thereafter, I ended up getting ambushed by a guy named Mike Palladini. He's one of the co-founders of Penelope Bourbon, and I helped them open up the market, the business market, not necessarily the social media side of it, but the business market of Penelope Bourbon, and ended up becoming one of the hottest brands in the state of Ohio as I opened it up. And I ended up becoming the face of Penelope Bourbon for the United States of America, and I covered that for a while. And that's where it was. And then maybe 2 years ago, 2024, 2025, I decided to venture out on my own. I didn't know if I wanted to pour the same amount of effort, energy into someone else. And, things aligned the way that they did. And I took a leap of faith and I ended up founding Archer Eland. And I never wanted to do bourbon after that just because I felt like I'd done everything that I could as far as bourbon goes. I just don't feel like I have anything monumental to contribute to that genre because you have so much that's out there. And it's a very difficult, saturated market, and you kind of have to read the room. And it's completely different on my end of the world as opposed to like social media and the consumer. And so throughout my travels, I kind of noticed a lot of things, and I was like, you know what? That's not where I want to go. And I knew always wanted to do rye. And things lined up, and I was able to found my own company, my own brand, and I was able to kind of maneuver my way into blending. And here I am. I am the blender founder behind Archer Eland. Yeah. So that's the synopsis of it, real quick.
Perfect.
It's an incredible journey because I mean we got to be around you a lot when you were with Penelope, from being up at Canton to the Marysville night that we had.
That was awesome.
That was an incredible experience. And you know what's sad is that is closed now.
I know, they're gone now.
And it was, it's like you remember these moments when we talk about this in the bourbon world, whiskey world, about moments and the way that all this comes together. And it's like when you told me at the pub that night at what's it called? When we did, you were like, this is my last event. And I'm like, what?
Yep, I remember that night.
Yeah.
As scared as you were that you were going out, I'm like, wait a second. This is Wendy. You can't leave. Like we had such a good thing. So now seeing you back in it in this manner is awesome. And
But she didn't leave. Actually,
she left.
No,
she left for a little while.
But actually, she lands in Ohio, and then but then it's kind of like now. Before she was the Ohio base for Penelope, but they were using her as the face of the whole brand, and half the time they were sending her everywhere, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cover the entire country.
Right. So now she's in Ohio. She still has to cover the entire country to sell her own thing, but your home is here, correct?
Yeah. Mhm.
So, we love that fact, And then I would say
And
just one to what you had said leading up and going into Rise, I will tell you, if you went back into bourbon, not saying you're gonna, but if you did and you came up with a uniqueness of bourbon like what you did with these Rise, that would be the same kind of thing. I understand the market of bourbon is so big and it's so diverse, and this is something where you can do that, but people might want to demand that from you to come up with very unique bourbons. Like this is even more unique than the Penelope brand of everything that they have and all the different things they do. So I mean, don't ever say never.
Never. I'm dead serious. Never.
All right.
I'll tell you right now, never. Number one. Number two,
never.
rye is very difficult to distill, right? We all know that. We know the process. For consumers, by the way, the reason why I say this is because the structure of rye is it's going to have a certain amount of proteins and starch in it. And so, with that being said, once it's like milled and then you cook it and then you get it through, it becomes very gloppy and very thick. And you have to be very careful how it moves through your stills and fermenters and so on. And so, with that being said, I took on the challenge of wanting to understand that whole nuance. And a lot of people, it's either you like rye or you don't. It's polarizing, right? Because most of the times, and even in my travels, I've heard people say, I hate rye because it's too spicy, it's too peppery, it's too green. Green meaning it's spearmint, minty, cedar pine, oaky, you name it. I was like, bet, let's go. And so for me, I always love challenges. And this very first collection is very, dear to me. It's very special because there's a lot of things that are very symbolic within it. And so when I set out to blend this, I created versatility, curiosity, so much so that if you tried it and you go back into the store, that hard earned 50, 60, $80, you know that when you pull an Archer Eland, you're getting quality. And that's what I did. Everybody can do bourbon. It's reasonably simple, because those nuances come up pretty well. But it depends on the grain variety that you're going to use on rye. How did you make it? Is it column, hybrid, pot, triple, double, or single? And you have to be very careful of that. And if it's cut, meaning that you have your heads, your hearts, and your tails, or are you just being able to pull the hearts alone? There's so many nuances, and I chose that challenge because when you go in the market and you go into the store, you're only seeing like one or two products of rye, but here you have four in completely different nuances, and it's something that's not necessarily done that often. And I took that challenge on, and I thank the Lord that it's worked out very well.
Well, I
Wendy,
mean,
you made a point right there that was pretty interesting because the price point.
Yeah.
When you go into the store here in Columbus and your stuff is now to where there's not much of it left because everybody's picked it up. Because I know where there's one store that I go in and they still have a few bottles of Aurora and Solstice, but your price point is 50 or 60. It's not 49, 99, which is the common, when you go into a liquor store, it's always that way. So it's really odd when you see yours. It's not odd. That's not the word. It's different, unique, that you hit that price point at an even number.
I wanted to appeal to, and I mean no malice behind this, but I wanted to appeal to both blue and white collar, yeah. And we're in an economy right now where it's so volatile, and I wanted to ensure that whoever that person was, and they took that $60 and they're pulling Solstice off for 65 of Aurora or 80 for the girls. They're pulling something that is of quality. My job and your job, gents, all of us, right? The three of us, is we spend the money, right, to ensure the things that we taste, are they good? Are they bad? Are they worth the consumer understanding and saying, you know what, Jeff said this is good, I should go get it, right? Because they trust our palates, correct?
right.
And so I took it upon myself to say, you know what, I owe to the person that's coming with that 50, 65, $80, because I've been there, done that, spent thousands of dollars on a lot of product. I've tasted thousands of products over my 5 years so that I would understand the nuance behind it. And I never wanted a consumer to be out of money. I've had those moments where you buy a bottle and it's like $100, and I've had them in a high, and I was like, "Woof, this is rough." I never wanted that for that person, and that's why I took it on.
That's
Your
great.
bottles are very distinguishable. If you walk into a store and you see this bottle, and the camera won't do it justice because the texture and feel, even of the small
Different.
flasks that we have, they have that
Yeah.
same feel that the bottle does. But it definitely stands out. And I've seen people in liquor stores walk by and look, and they're like, oh, and then they, whatever. But great packaging. And it's transparent right up front, tells exactly what's going on. Love the names. We'll let you talk about that in a minute when we try them. But you nailed it on the packaging, and you can tell this was a detail-oriented thing. It's not just something that, oh, I'm just going to put it in a bottle, and I got this person designing a sticker and blah, blah, blah. You put some time into this thing.
Lots of time. Took me a long time.
So, the other aspect of what you were saying just right before is I really feel so, Wendy, you're very unique in the industry. And I'm going to say, I'll make this statement after doing this all along. I would say if I was really to put a price point between the not just, I'm not talking about Jim Beams or whatever, but from small batch to high end, thousands of dollars of things that Buffalo Trace sells for $6,500. Okay, and then you have a small batch sitting at 39. If I was to actually put a price point on taste difference between those two levels, it's $20. I mean, realistically, to me, now how rare stuff is has everything to do with the right to be able to taste this because there's not that much. But what I really feel is what makes something of value, that when you walk into the liquor store and you choose a brand and you're aware of a brand, is you put in high quality and then you go talk about it with people. There's a lot of brands at even the New Orleans Bourbon Festival where the people who were responsible for it aren't there. And so you're there. You're there. You were there. I mean, Greg Keeley from Larry, he was there by himself. He set up he came in, set that whole booth up.
He was such a sweet. He needed the help though. Like, I love Greg. He's amazing. And that was my first time meeting him in person. Love Lieutenant Colonel. He's amazing. Larrikin, if you guys ever go out to Kentucky, please go visit Larrikin. He made one of the most phenomenal, delicate, I think it was very difficult to make. He has a rose petal whiskey.
Yep, rose water, yes.
Yeah. Greg, his rose petal is my favorite, and he's such a sweetheart and such a phenomenal human being, and I'm very honored to know him. So yeah.
But I mean, great man.
You're right there pouring for people. And then I'm going to tell you, out of every single person I've ever met, you describe whiskey unlike anybody else. So you're able to get across your point extremely intelligent and technical, but then with the most beautiful accent that I've ever heard in my life. It's like listening to a symphony. So the fact that your face and you're talking about your whiskey is everything to the brand. And so people will try it. And then once they try it, you have the uniqueness, and that puts us to the last question before we go to the whiskey is, at how did the hookup with Middle West happen to have your brand and then also be a part of them at the same time? Talk about what happened with that. How did that meetup happen?
I've known Ryan and Middle West since 2008. My earliest memory, I don't know if you guys have the short squats. They called OYO.
Yep.
My earliest memory of Middle West Spirits is I got very sick around 2007, 2008. It was 2008, 2009. I got the flu.
Oh,
And
no.
I was like, you know what, sod it. This is when Middle West Spirits was a salmon color, was the color of Chris's room. On the outside was terracotta, and you could walk up and you could, get, your bottles. So I've known Middle West Spirits since it was a short squat. It's an OYO and had the clear sticker. And I bought their white dog because I was sick. I drank that. I was proper normal. Do you know, there's only two brands out there that have cleared my sickness was that OIO short squats. They no longer make them, unfortunately. You can't get those. And 291. Michael Myers stuff will clear me out just fine. And so I've known them for a very long time. When I used to do my travels in my previous, chapter of life, I have friends there. I've known them for many years, and it was such an honor to always see Ohio in places I thought I'd never ever see. So I've seen Middle West as far as California, Corpus Christi, Florida, all the way up to Vermont. And I always reach out to my friends and go, "Hey guys, I miss you. I'm in market, but guess what I found?" And I always take pictures so they could see where they were. Missouri, you name it. Anywhere I went, and when I came home, I'd always find some time to spend an hour at Service Bar and just sit down and talk with my friends and say, yeah, life is great. It's all good, blah, blah, blah. And I've always known Ryan. He's now my mentor. He helped me structure Archer Eland. He's my mentor now.
Good guy for that.
Oh, yeah.
He's awesome. When time came, I was at a bifurcation and choice of life, and I was like, where do I go from here? And I reached out to him. And I was like, this is the bifurcation I'm facing. He's like, well, that's on you. You got to figure it out. Like, do you go this route or do you go that route? You're going to have to figure out what you want. And I had to take some time and reflect and figure out what I was going to do. And, obviously I prayed about it. My faith now is much stronger than it was many, many years ago. And, a very scary thing happened in 2023 where I was shown the vision as to what happened, but I didn't really think about it up until it happened. And when everything was solidified and I was like, oh crap, this is what it means. And, I was like, okay, I'm ready to go. And it's like, all right, let's go. And so he's helped me structure Archer. Like I said, he's a mentor to me and helps me guide me because I have a vision as to how Archer Eland is structured, how it's going to look, how long it's going to be around, how it's going to be. Because the beacon and the mainstay of my brand is in Ohio. I want to be that for our state. I want it to be a situation where, again, it's not to be supercilious, but if you can go to Kentucky and see all these mainstays, why can't you do that here? So that's what we're doing, with Archer Eland. And obviously Middle West is doing their thing and it's amazing. And, Ryan is building he's building an empire. I'm in the process of building a conglomerate to get to an empire. And so with that being said, I was like, you know what, if you're traveling so much, I'll just be in the background and I'll help you blend. And it's an honor because he's very much involved in the blending and processing and stuff like that. For him to relinquish that is a big, big deal. And I've done a couple projects for them that you all would never know that I did. And you'll see them in the market and I've done them. And it's kind of how it came to be. And so I have a phenomenal team. I have a phenomenal finance team. I have a phenomenal production team. It's insane. I never thought I could ever have something like this. And there are days I pinch myself going, God, I don't deserve this. But, I welcome it with humility and gratitude because it's something I never thought I could have done or have in my way.
You deserve it because you figured it out. That's why you deserve it. I mean, I've met Ryan many times now, and when you're in Ryan's presence, you understand what kind of a person he is, but also what kind of a person who knows exactly what and how to do this and what he's doing in the state of people don't know. He owns construction companies that build his rick houses. He's producing a massive amount of whiskey on all fronts, and it's kind of going on behind the scenes. It's not like there's.
I mean, there's a lot of things that, we obviously, and that's the thing I love about partnering with Middle West as a partnership, is we are very in line. I am not a boisterous, hey, look at me type of person. I love being in the dark, behind the scenes, moving in silence. Our work speaks for itself. Our craftsmanship speaks for itself. How we maneuver, how we move, it speaks for itself. I don't have to come out and go, hey, look at me. And like I said, the fact that he trusts me with his family legacy name, I blended his family legacy name. I did. It's out there. And there's a couple more projects that are out there that I blended on his behalf because he's traveling so much and he just doesn't have the time to do it. And I'm happy to do it while I build my business. We're just not those type of people. We just want to make sure people love what we do and the quality that we provide, because we want to show a different avenue to whiskey, whether it's bourbon, rye, white rye, wheat whiskey, you name it. That's what we're doing right now. So
And
I'm very honored to be able to ghost blend for him.
the Ohio part is the only thing that you guys that he promotes: the terroir, the grain, the barrel. I mean, it's all of it.
Yeah.
He pushes Ohio. That's what, when you're talking to him, it's Ohio. It's not me. He's not saying me. Same thing with you. You're pushing this out, and you want to do it for Ohio because it's not something that anybody thinks. But where Columbus is, what an hour from Kentucky. It's not like, but the flavors of Ohio are in this whiskey, and that's an amazing thing. It's not Kentucky, it's not Indiana, it's in Ohio, and that's not easy to do, and he's doing it and you're doing it. So let's get into this, because I know you got to get off in a couple minutes. So
you know what? I know I said a hard 9:30, but I honor you guys. I'll stay on longer.
Okay.
However long we need to get going, we'll do it. I said 9:30 to Chris. I was like, it's fine. I got it, Chris. It's fine. We'll keep going as long as we need to. So
Cool.
Sorry.
I was, just so you know, I clarified that before we started.
And I was being very specific. We would have honored you at that at 100%. But we'll go.
I want to do the podcast and you gents justice. And I had a hard 9:30, but it's okay. I'm used to this. I can maneuver and I can pivot, so it's fine.
All right.
So, Wendy, why don't you walk us through these 4 expressions? Tell us, and then we will drink them and give our own 2 cents.
Yeah, Chris, you and I are going to see Jeff's reaction and see what he's going to say, right? He's going to give him a hard
He's probably been practicing.
Exactly, right? He's going to be like,
well, you'll be relieved that after you've given me this kit for a while, so I've really dove deep into what I can taste, and there's no formaldehyde or bad tastes in them. Like I get. Now you have to understand, Wendy.
formaldehyde.
You have to understand. It's my palate. I will pick up some of the most rancid tastes in rye whiskey, but I've worked,
You shouldn't be drinking it. You shouldn't be drinking it, innit?
Wait, I do drink I find the ones I like. If I taste that, I don't drink that, okay? But I mean, there's nothing I can get around it. I've done podcasts with other people, and they think it's the best rye tasted, and I just get. But that's kind of how sometimes people's palates work, and that's what from the start.
Biological variability.
I mean, from the start.
So may I ask you before we start, what is your favorite rye? Don't say dark bourbon, that's fine. But what's your favorite rye?
My favorite rye would be, it was a Michter's toast. It was a Michter's toasted barrel cask strength. It was
rye?
That rye, and then also Whiskey Thief. For whatever they're doing with their ryes, they had 10 barrels out at the one day, and I got it mixed up, and I thought, and it was by far, out of all the bourbons, it's the first. Michter's beat the bourbons that were on the pot, and that one beat all the bourbons. And so, I mean, and I'm a bourbon lover, so there are ryes that I absolutely love. Now, as far as what we're doing tonight, I will tell you what level they are to me, and we could go from there.
And that's fine. And I'll tell you why I made them the way that they
And
are. And
yes,
that's the beauty of conversation, right? That's the beauty of having three different palettes.
Yeah.
We have biological, cultural variability, and that's the lovely thing about it is that. And the other thing is, and I want consumers to understand is when I create these products, I'm not thinking about myself in mind. As blenders, we step outside of our self awareness. We have to put our egos aside when we're blending. And for me, I can speak for myself when I say this is when I blend, I have to block myself out. And if you see my office, um, Ryan's wife laughs at me, and I was like, I need my office to be white, stark, like the walls behind me. This is my home office. My home office is stark white because I have to have sensory deprivation, and I have noise canceling earphones, and everybody knows not to disturb me. But this conversation is going to be amazing because we're going to have biological and cultural variants. Number one, number two, it's an educational moment where we're able to impart that to the consumer. That way they kind of have the information that they need in order for them to kind of figure out what they want. And I'm so excited about that. It's not always something that's always going to be the same thing.
well, when you think about you put out 4 ryes and
Yeah.
I like one, you've done your job, right?
Thank you.
I mean, how many people, some people love ryes and they might buy them all, but most people aren't going to buy all. They're going to find one that they like. But if you find one that somebody likes and is willing to buy the bottle over and be a part of it, I mean, that's what the ultimate goal is, right?
You're right. Yeah, absolutely.
All right. So what are we?
I'm just lucky that you're drinking it. But I will say this, just so you guys know, the gifts. I don't like calling it PR kits. I hate that word. When I started this out, so consumers can understand the intentionality behind my brand is anybody that got that box that you all see and the flasks that you all see, those were gifts. They were gifts sent to people that have supported me throughout the years in my previous chapter into now. It was my way. It was very, very important when I started Archer Eland that I sent these gifts out to everybody that meant something to me to say thank you for supporting me. Whether you like it or you don't like it, I just wanted to say thank you. The other thing is these particular flasks that you see in front of you, they actually double up as a flask. So, Jeff, you can empty them out. And you can put your favorite cocktail, your favorite pour. And if you're going to golf, concerts, movies, whatever, you've got a pocket pour, a pocket flask.
Or I
And
could.
that's why I made them the way that I did. Everything with my brand is very intentional behind it, but this was my way of saying thank you to everybody, gents included, Jeff and Chris, to say you've watched me over the years evolve and grow, and it was important for me to come back home and show love to the people from home that loved me and say thank you. So that was the
Well,
purpose.
thank you.
Thank you.
We appreciated it very much. It meant a lot. The thing is the box is great, and the whiskey's, the rye is great. But the card inside probably means as much as anything. The fact you took the time to handwrite
I
the
agree.
card, everybody that you sent that package to says
Yeah.
a lot of the person that you are and why we love you. So
17-hour days by myself in the studio by myself. It was kind of scary, but it meant a lot to me. I met Jeff at my first OHLQ pick with Penelope, and then we've just stayed in touch ever since. I know, obviously, I got busier and whatever, but whenever I ran into him, I was so happy to see him and his wife, and obviously you, Chris. Same thing when I see you and Rachel. Absolutely loved it, and so it was very important for me, very, very important for me to start with you two first. And you'll see that I think I sent very few people in Ohio gifts, but it was important for me to send it to you all. Say thank you so much. You've rocked with me for so long. I know it's right. It's not Jeff's favorite.
We keep talking. I will say also when you do it, you talk as well as you write. I mean, look at how beautiful her handwriting is. I mean, it's just like it's the whole package. It's like how and it's gonna.
And the other thing, somebody else didn't write it because they're all her handwriting. It's not like she has anybody helping her.
I did all 500 bottles by myself. 550 bottles by myself. But as you guys are nosing it and tasting it, so Archer Eland is an amalgamation name. Archer is me. I'm a Sagittarius. I was born in November. And Eland is my mother. She's an Eland. My mother's Zimbabwean. And in her language, when you approach her and you honor her, just kind of like Native Americans have spirit animal tribes, it's the same thing with my mother's culture. And when you translate that, it's the giant Eland. My mother is still alive, but I wanted to create a living legacy love letter to my mother and say thank you for everything you've done for me. I wouldn't be able to sit here and have a conversation with you, Janice, without her. And that's where it came from. And what you're tasting right now is Solstice. Solstice is the introductory rye I created. It is at the time I'm transitioning from leaving one chapter into another. I was reaching for hope and warmth. It's a blend of 4 and 7-year-old barrels. My barrels are great. I just wanted to create layers and complexity. And I proofed Solstice down to 104 proof. Now, when you go into the store, you typically see 80s, 90s. I wanted to push the envelope a little bit, get you out of your comfort zone. And that's what I created. Cheers to you, Jens.
Thank you. Cheers.
So, yes, cheers. Now, Stacy Stearns says she poured some Solstice, and that was the most unique rye whiskey she's had in a long time, and it's such a bargain.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thanks for joining, Stacy.
Randy Prass, he says hi.
Randy?
Yep.
Damn it, Randy, where have you been? I've been looking. How's it going? I miss Bud.
Randy Ford, who you saw at the festival, he said it was good to see you and thanks for making it a good weekend. And
Did
then
you make it home okay? Randy Frost, did you make it home okay?
and then Martin Nash, he says he gives you Super Nash on the podcast. He just says
he's too cool for us. Hi Martin, how are you? I hope you're doing great.
yeah, tonight he's got a lot. He's working his butt off. Yeah. So
hi Martin.
So there you go. I covered that. All right. So Solstice. Okay. So what's really cool is I always do a ChatGPT outline. And I'm sure that ChatGPT already knows. It's a quote from you. This is my entry point to the brand. That's what it's. So I mean, so it's kind of cool. And here we go.
Cheers. Watch the face, Chris. Watch the face.
No, not a bad. You were talking about green, okay? So earthy green is the part I can't stand. But if you get mint, spearmint, I'm okay with that. And this has like a citrusy, minty kind of fresh taste to it. So this brand was not off-putting to me at all. It drinks at the 104 proof. I think out of all of them, it drinks the most. What would you say? Drinkable, like light. Light. So yeah.
There's also a nice like on the nose and the palate it transitions to. Is there's a floral note for me that moves with it, and I like that because it's different. It's as you said. I'm not a huge fan of dill pickle in my rye, but I like dill pickles. I just don't like them in my rye. But this is just light. There's still those other flavors. I mean, you could go on and on. I'm sure there's 1,000 and some flavor profiles that go into this, but for the most part, I think Jeff said it right there. There's a little bit of honey sweetness too,
or like
I think rye's
convectionary sugar sweetness almost. Because I think
very good. Again, price point on this, Wendy, what is it in Ohio?
In the state of Ohio, it's $60. If you're on e-commerce, it's a little bit higher, it's $65.
Okay. So in this bottle, which is, I don't have the big bottle of it, but that bottle is still available?
Solstice is available. So Solstice is designed to be the volume puller in our world, right? Meaning it's the everyday sipper. When you walk into the store, you don't have to think about it. It's the very one that you're going to pull off. That's how I designed it. Introductory, great entry point on proof, beautiful blend, right? And then on top of that, it's the price point as well. So I was always looking at my competitors because I understand that I've been placed in the premium. I'm not ultra premium, I'm premium. And so that's where I'm at. And I just thought that was a really good price point for people that they could afford it, in order for them to kind of get something that's bang for their buck. Don't have to go to the bar. Grab that and
Well,
be good.
And
So,
for the bourbon people that are out there, because you get a lot of the proof type people, that's been the big buzz.
Oh, yes.
2 years is, it's not hazmat, I don't want to drink it.
Yeah.
But I have found myself regressing back into lower proofs, trying to look for more flavors. And this has a really nice finish. It's not overwhelming like pepper. It's not that. It just has a nice warmingness to it. That just, I don't know, works well. It's got a good balance.
Whiskey should never catch you in your throat like heartburn. That's not good. That's not quality in whiskey that I've learned. It should come down, hit you in your chest, and then warm you all the way through is what you should do. And what's fun in New Orleans is I had a seminar, and this one lady's like, I love margaritas, but I hate tequila. Like, we all sat and they were like, oh, really? And she goes, what she does, and she stole the idea from, I guess, Bourbon Pursuit gents like Ryan Cecil, and she said, you make your margarita traditional, but instead of putting tequila, you put rye whiskey. And we all looked at them like, well, what do we do tonight? So Saturday at New Orleans, I ran around and I spoke with the organizers. Like, can someone get me these components? I had a legendary mixologist making cocktails behind me with Aurora, and we took Solstice and we made a rye Rita. So we made a traditional rye, and she says she liked tart cherry juice, but we couldn't find it. So we ended up using strawberry puree, and it was fire. It went off on pace. So if anyone's interested, if you want a margarita, you can substitute tequila if you don't like it. Use Solstice at 104 proof, and you're gonna have a great time with it. If you are into spring, summer, use lavender, blueberries, that sort of thing, because you have lemon peel, orange marmalade coming through it, the citrus notes. You can make something a lovely slushy and have a great day with it.
Yeah, that's that one is going to be fun. I can't wait to do more with it throughout the summer. So.
Well, that sounds like a Scotchy Bourbon Boys, a solstice margarita as in your next drink special, CT.
What's funny is, and I like tequila. Everybody knows I have a pretty good tequila collection. I like tequila a lot, good tequilas, but I make my margarita with bourbon. I have not used Solstice to do it yet, but I will be. So
how do you think? Yeah, it was great. When she told us how to make it, when it got the components, we made it for New Orleans Bourbon Festival. It was flying off, and I'm thinking, oh yeah, it was great. It was a great hit. Yeah.
Well, let's move on to
Aurora.
Child.
The one thing I did want to ask to finish on each of these when we get done. Yes. How did the name come about for that one?
Like I said, this very particular collection is very near and dear to me because it actually tells the story of me transitioning from a national brand ambassador into a business owner, brand owner, and a blender. So Solstice at the time, I just wanted to reach for hope and warmth, and that's where it came from. Okay. And that's how Solstice came about. So going forward, I am not doing batches. I do vintages. So what you guys are tasting is the 2025 vintage of Solstice. And then once it's done, whatever year we land in, we'll do that vintage of 2026, 2027, and so on and so on. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. Tell us about what we're starting on now. Yeah, that's what I'm drinking right now is my problem child, Aurora.
Is your problem child, huh?
Problem child. She's the most difficult blend. The most difficult to blend. Aurora and Solstice are both 4-year and 7-year blends, but what I play around with and what I love about this is I tell you the story about warehouse maturation. I tell you the story about how different year age statements marry and work with each other. The 4-year is going to give you sweetness and youth. The 7-year comes in with complexity and different types of difficult flavors that you get. When you put them together, they actually do a beautiful enhancement. And I liken it to this. If you've ever had watermelon, you put a bit of salt and a little basil. Absolutely lovely. You get these beautiful nuances that you get. And that's what happened with Solstice and Aurora. Now, when I blend, I tend to blend, and sometimes I can see in colors. There's some blenders that see music notes and so on, and memories or whatever. But for me, it's colors. And when I blended Aurora, this is a time where I'm kind of coming to a very difficult conundrum where the human experience is you're lying to yourself. You cannot start a brand, and all these conflicting things that were fighting within me. And Aurora, at the time when I was done with her, I saw green, blue, purple, and brown. And I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know what to do. So I sat at the distillery, and our controller, Kathy, came around. I was like, I just don't know what to name her. And I was telling her, I can see these colors. She's like, well, duh, that's easy. Name it Aurora, the Northern Lights. And that's how we came about with it. This is designed for the quintessential rye drinker. It's rye flavors through. But with Aurora, you get, like I mentioned, those fudge brownies. You get peppercorn in it, but in not an abrasive way. And you get caramel that comes through, cinnamon, apple, and these subtle nutty finishes that are so fun because they just pop everywhere, almost effervescent. And that's what I made with this one. So enjoy. It's at 110 proof again, 4 and 7 year barrels.
So you said the quintessential. All right, I taste the rye spice, okay, which is classic, but there's nothing like rye after that. You've got the chocolate, and then you've got the sweetness, a little bit of caramel, so it's almost like a milk dud.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is that the Bullet Rye drinker has no idea, has never even came close. Well, it's 95.5, and it's that rye drinker is gonna the only thing that he'll notice on this is there's some rye spice. I mean, this is an elegant. I mean, it's not so straightforward at all, except you get a little bit of spice across the middle. But the classic rye is that rye spice just blows everything out of the, and you can't taste it. Right,
Yeah.
right. So
There's a nice spearmint note towards the end, and that's a nice welcoming thing. It's not up front and not powerful. It's just kind of hidden back in there. That's nice.
And I tried to kind of intricate that, and Jeffrey brought up a great point. My ryes are 100% rye. They're not 95.5 because the majority of consumers think 95.5 is MGP. I'm not, never will be. I'm 95 rye, 5% malted rye. And towards the end, if you're okay with it, I'll tell you what I'm working on, which is pretty cool. But I wanted to create the intricacy, right? That's why you got the 4 and 7. But remember, Solstice and Aurora are 4 and 7, but you see the differences between them. Completely different. At 104, 110, I'm getting someone completely different in those nuances.
This is great. I haven't drank this since when I started drinking the box originally because because I can't quit drinking the cashmere in the so but this is a nice revisit.
Yeah.
Question, technical.
Yes.
From a standpoint of breaking down, like people will, add enzymes when you don't have the malt. It's usually the malted barley's there, not so much for taste or whatever, but you use the malted rye. Does that do the exact same thing that the barley does as far as the distilling process? Does malted barley and malted rye, is it the malting process that allows the enzymes in the malted thing that break down the sugar so that the distillation for the yeast is working?
To a certain degree. Yes. And then obviously you're going to have to introduce additional ones in order for you to convert the 95% side of it, right? Because you're going to have a certain amount of availability from the malted rye in order for you to do those conversions. But to a certain degree, we then will, introduce that. What's cool at this juncture is that the collection that you all are trying right now, this is, and thank you for saying this, Jeff, this is the level of transparency that we'll have when I say my collection right now, this first one that you guys are all trying, it's sourced, meaning it's already done, it's already taken care of. God willing, knock on wood, towards the end of the year, I'll be actually creating my own new make, my own stuff. So we'll be able to kind of see how that's going to work out. But right now, yes, the multi-rye will give you a certain amount of availability. And then you may need to add additional because of the 95 side in order for it to kind of come through and complete that fermentation conversion. So when I do it, please forgive me if I remember. I'll be like, hey guys, I'm distilling. The first run I'm gonna do it privately is because there's certain people I want there when I do the historic. When we do the second run, I'd be like, are you guys wanting to come down, see how it's done, see what I've done, stuff like that.
I want to, anytime I can come down, like I've been begging Ryan. He's traveling so much, and it's funny because
Good luck.
I text him, and I it's okay, it's fine. And then when he finally talks to me, he's like, he makes you just feel like I feel like I'm bugging him. He's like, you aren't bugging me. He goes, we'll work it out, and just like, so that's fine, but that's just me.
Just to give you an idea, Ryan and myself are moving 1,000,000 miles a minute. 1,000,000 miles a minute. Well, I'm moving 1,000,000 miles a minute. He's moving 5,000,000 miles a minute, right? You're never bugging him, but remember when I said he's building a conglomerate? I'm building an empire.
Yep.
I swear to you, like Chris contacted me early this morning, but I was able to contact him, in the morning and then in the afternoon and then in the evening. I promise you're not bothering him. It's just he's moving 5,000,000 miles a minute. I'm moving at 1,000,000 miles a minute.
Mm-hmm.
I promise. It's just we're going in so many speeds in different directions because we have so much that we kind of have to kind of absorb and deal with. But I promise you, I know he's traveling a lot lately. There's a lot of projects that he's working on that are massive and amazing, and likewise with me. But I promise he's around. He's just unfortunately traveling a lot.
Yeah.
It's the only way you can get him.
You sometimes catch him. So you
Yeah,
keep
sometimes you like him to catch him, but it's just unfortunate right now. Bear with him. He's not around. He's ripping and running, and I'm starting to rip and run. So yeah.
All right, so we're gonna
All
go.
right.
What are we going to? Are we going to Kashmir?
Yeah.
Go to Kashmir first, and then we'll finish with Suede. But I'm going to continue to drink Aurora because tonight I'm in the mood for Aurora. Just because I came off of an inspirational trip in Virginia and New Orleans. Aurora is very complicated to make, and that's one thing I didn't say is she was very difficult to blend. I had to work with my blending team. Shout out to Lane, Griffin, Victor, amazing guys at Middle West Spirits. Those are my guys, and love them dearly. And James. When we created Aurora, we had to do the calculations 3 times over. That's not something that's common per se, but by the time we were done, we loved her. So I love my team and shout out to them. I wouldn't be able to put this product out for you all without them. So the next one I recommend is you start trying Cashmere. That's where we go next.
So
Yeah, Cashmere on the nose, if I'm not mistaken. Holy cow, smells very bourbon-esque. Like it just has this, like, if I was sitting down, that sweet, the vanilla, the honey, the caramel, all that kind of comes out of this glass.
Yeah.
why does Kashmir for me depend? It tastes different to me all the time. Every time I sip it, it's like it's not the same. For instance,
That's how I designed.
I asked for Kashmir, I believe, at the festival. And I remember what it tasted like. And I knew that, and I tasted it initially. But tonight when I tasted it, it did not taste anything like the festival. Like, it was like, what is going on? So now I'm interested to see what it tastes like now after 2 before going into it.
Hey,
But
I'm excited to see what you say. I won't say anything until you try it.
I get a very,
That's
very
not wrong, though. I had that same experience with Cashmere. I had drank it one night, just drinking a little bit, trying it, trying to pick flavors, and then the next 2-3 days later, I tried it again, and it was just different.
Wait, Rachel, what does Rachel have? Suede or Cashmere? I can't remember.
Suede.
Suede.
Yeah. Well, she used to.
What?
She used to.
I can't. I cannot.
I'm bailing you out of jail, Chris.
You did. Yeah, you don't have to bail me out of jail. You have to dig me out of the ground. Listen, when she has a bottle signed, especially by you, saying, "Chris, don't don't. What does it say? Don't open it or don't touch it.
I don't remember that. I have something really.
It says
funny.
Rachel's bottle. Do not touch Chris. I'm literally probably in trouble just for setting it in here.
Even touching it because it's in your room, right? It's in your bourbon room.
No, he's in the
Yes.
living room.
I'm in the bourbon record room. She doesn't know it's in.
His house, you got to understand, Wendy, his house, his whole dinette has been turned into, like, you walk out of the kitchen where there should be like a dining table and everything. It's completely bourbon shelved wall on all four except for the windows, right? But then you walk into like not his TV room, but more of like the library of the house, and that's where he's now. And that's all bourbon. Plus, there's a barrel sitting right in front of you, if I'm not mistaken.
It's still sitting there.
Yeah, there's a barrel in that room.
Right, he had a specific bourbon room. Remember when we did the launch at Surf Park? There's a specific bourbon room. And Rachel was like, I don't go in there, so this is going into where I usually go. And I was like, oh, bet, fine, I'll find it. Yeah. He now moves it into wherever this place is, and now I'm like, I don't have bond money. I'm building a business. You want me to bail you out? Now I'm gonna dig you out of the grave? That's on you, bro. I'll bring you flowers at your grave.
I'm not touching that bottle. I'm not opening it. I'm gonna just eat. I'm gonna enjoy the rest of the sample, the flask. So that's what I have for.
No, I got you. I'll take care of you. I have a few in my personal collection, so I'll take care of you.
I love the nose of cashmere. Every time I go back to it. So I'm not saying it's not a rye, because it does have rye spice kind of thing going, but man, it's good.
But you named it cashmere and suede, which is like a 1970s thing. And it's like, it tastes, it's like it has such a unique flavor that, like I said, every time I taste it, I can't nail. This still doesn't taste like anything. That night that when you poured it for me, it was very bourbon-esque. But tonight, it's not bourbon. There's not, and I can't put I can't put my finger on the actual taste. What is the main note? What would you say it was?
I think this stumped a lot of people. The minute they taste cashmere, everybody does the whole, wait a minute, what the fuck is happening? Pardon my French. Or the doodle nod. I have the doodle, so it's like the nod. Cashmere is designed, when I made cashmere, right? And I told you guys I was at a intrinsic conflict with myself. Like, what am I doing? Am I built to be a blender? Am I built to be a business owner? There's a lot of things that were going on in my head. By the time I create cashmere, fun fact is cashmere and suede are supposed to be one product. A blend of 9 barrels total. But cashmere ends up being 4 barrels put together. And at that point in time, I was like, oh my goodness. I've never tasted such sweetness and thickness and robust mouthfeel and luxury in a rye. Because typically, like you guys said, dill and all these other green things. And so when cashmere comes around, I'm tricking the bourbon drinker to saying, hey, this is a rye. It's 100%. There's no other grain. And I had one of my predecessors, Sam Schmelzer, who's the former master blender MGP, going, did you finish this in the second, third course? I was like, no, I just blended it, like how you told me. And so with that being said, cashmere is the first time you taste a rye cask strength with no finishing cask, but pure at its best. That's how it comes out. And so it tricks people in the bourbon world to think that they're drinking a bourbon. You're drinking a rye.
It's so different. Put it this way. Here's it in a nutshell. It wants to go dill, but it doesn't. It wants to go formaldehyde, but it doesn't. Then it wants to go Cocoa Krispies, but it doesn't. And then you're going, what is it going? And you can't, it's like, where are we going? There is a sweetness to it. You want to know what? It almost confuses me. I don't know. It's confusing.
The sweetness for me is more of a honey type note, and I feel like there's that underlying fruit of like and it's not just like an apricot or whatever, but it's darker. It's like darker than that.
Like it's burnt.
Yeah,
a
exactly.
burnt apricot.
Some kind of like a caramelized apricot, if that exists.
It does, and you know, Chris, I think this is your favorite one. Is that right, Chris?
It's well, because of I'm going to call this bipolar. We change it
That's
from
fine.
cashmere to bipolar? Because this is the one that always drives me nuts because I go to Suede, and Suede I like the best. Then I go back and I drink, and one day to the next, it changes. So
Cashmere's my fastest selling one, and just to give you an idea how insane it's been, I launched November 8th, 2025, 4 months ago. I came out, I think, with about 11 to 1200 bottles of cashmere. I'm down to 36 bottles in 4 months. That's
nice.
Yeah,
I could. You know what? This makes you think you're drinking some sort of luxurious other alcohol.
It's complex enough that it's got a lot going on.
Yeah, I would say.
I like that.
Cashmere is beautiful. Cashmere is, if you're a bourbon drinker and you're scared of Solstice and Aurora, go to Cashmere. And the day you're saying about Cashmere Suede, they're 126 proof, but they don't drink 126 proof.
All right, we better move on to the last one before the evening gets away from us here.
Let's go.
So, bottle number 4, and if I'm not mistaken, a one-off.
My happy accident, yes. One-off.
So,
I'm done.
never to be repeated.
No, sir.
Oh, Rachel is never going to let me open that bottle now.
Yeah, I told you that, and that is out of all. I mean, the sweetness on it.
This one goes more in your lane for sure, Jeff. I could have told you that before we drank it.
This is where I taste the honey.
Okay.
I almost drink it. Honey, mint, very sweet, spicy. I mean, it's got the spiciness of the rye, but not the actual rye grain taste. You know what I'm saying? Like it's there, like the sting. Then you get that with the rye. You usually get the sting with the rye grain aspect of it, and there's no rye grain aspect, but the sting's there. So it's peppery, but doesn't taste peppery. It feels peppery on your throat.
But it's not the taste.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah, and this one is the one
warming sensation.
Oh yeah, it's got a hug, unlike the others. The other ones have one, but this one is a hug of warmth. Yeah.
She's my happy accident. It's something that I honor, and I can never recreate. And as a blender, my integrity is the fact that I've created something that's so phenomenal and amazing. I'm not going to try and recreate that.
Oh.
What you have is what you have. Once it's gone, it's gone. And, you know what I mean? And becomes an artist or consumer's collecting entity, right? And so with suede, like I said, cashmere suede was supposed to be one product, but unfortunately, they were terrible. And I start all over again. Cashmere's 4-barrel blend, suede is 5. And suede reminds me of that sweet pipe tobacco, that leather, cocoa, nutmeg, and this like coffee, brown sugar, but you get that spice of a white pepper. That's what happens with it. But it's 126 proof. It's 7 years of age. Typically, rye, you get to your sweet spots around 6 to 8 years of age, depending on the grain varietal barrels that you use. And so throughout this particular collection, again, I'm not using a secondary cask. All I'm doing is messing around with char, barrel, maturation, meaning what part of the warehouse are they in, because that also does play an intricate component when you are pulling your barrels. And that's all I'm doing with my barreling, with my blending technique, and that's what I did. And fun fact about cashmere suede is I let them get. Last year, I'm very thankful. We had a really great hot summer. It was really hot. in the whiskey world, that's what we want, right? Because as it expands, the whiskey pushes it to the barrel, then it comes back in when it's cold. And last year it was really hot. The birth dates where the new make was put into the barrels 9/11. So I waited until 9/11 till the girls turned 7. After that, I harvested them. So I'm a first line, first responder, whatever. But military, Air Force, and all that, Navy is near dear to me. So for those that have 9/11 survivors, people in the military, Navy, and you name it, I created a gift. So if you ever have people that are like that, you've cashmere and you have suede to gift them. So their birthdays are 9/11. Yeah.
So
wow.
what's your favorite?
They're all my favorite. They represent a different part of my life.
And I think, like you said, like tonight, Aurora is kind of your
Aurora's my thing tonight.
it's your feel tonight. But yeah, and I think
Aurora's
that's
my thing
probably
tonight.
why for me I battle back and forth between them is one night, depending on what you ate for the day, depending on your mood, one hits a little different than the other. So
Absolutely. And when I created these, I created them. I tried them when I had a neutralized palate. I created them in the afternoon. I created them when I had a bad mood. I created them when I ate something. I even ate pizza to see how they would do because I needed to create a whiskey that was versatile, regardless of what you're thinking or feeling or going through. My brand is about experience. My brand is about human emotion and experience. My brand is about relatability. That's what this is about. But I'm coming from Ohio, and I know I'm taking on a behemoth in status quo of Kentucky is everything. But no, I'm taking on the fact that I want to show a story, a chapter out of Ohio that's never been experienced before. And so that's why I created 4 SKUs. And yes, suede is going away. I just signed off today on an LTO, meaning a limited time offering. We have a LTO coming out in May called 14X1B. It's coming in at cask strength. It's 123.03. I'm now showcasing what happens at rye 6 years of age. May is my mother's birthday month. So May will always have a cask strength product coming out. November is my birthday. So you'll have a product coming above 100 proof, but it's innovation. And I'm actually working on the blend right now, and it's going to be freaking phenomenal. So yeah, it's kind of how I came about that.
love it, love it, love it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But it's like we always talk about it in the bourbon industry. People connect with people in different ways, and I think when you see brands on the shelf, like you walk over and there's so many today. Holy crap! You go into a Giant Eagle, Columbus, and I mean, I see people all the time that walk in there like, well, what is this? And they're talking to the people that work there. But I think that when people understand, just like you, Wendy, that they understand the path that you're on, they understand what you're putting into it, they want to be involved in it and they want to share that journey, so to speak, with you. And that's the thing you've given us. These 4, it's a journey because as much as I like the suede, it is not as complex as some of the other ones. Even the solstice has a very different graph, if you will. It just goes down. It has so many different nuances to it. It's not the same. This, to me, I like sitting down and drinking this. It's kind of just that dark. If I was drinking, or if I was having a cigar right now, I think this would be fantastic with a cigar. But
and that was fun at New Orleans is I had cigar smokers. I had people that didn't like rye. I had people that were bourbon drinkers. It was fun because I was able to see how am I nailing that person. My proof of concept worked. That I 4 SKUs, I may not get everybody at the same one, but I'm getting someone at one. And that was fun.
Did you find yourself when people would come up to you and tell you what they, like you said, cigar smokers, and I don't like rye or whatever. Did you find yourself picking which one you wanted to give them just to see how they
Yeah.
would react?
I would do that.
Like you were
I
trying
would
to,
do that.
you were 100% reading the room.
Yes. You know, and it's very important for people to understand that you have to be very important to read the room. I found this one gentleman, I'll never forget him, and I thanked him and I honored him. I was like, thank you for letting me use your palate. Because he just walked up and he had a cigar. I was like, so what are you drinking or smoking? He's like, this is what I'm smoking. I pulled cashmere suede and he was hooked on cashmere. I had a lady came by and she drank Cab Sauv. And I was like, no. And I gave us Aurora. And she brought her friend who owned a wine shop. And so on and so forth. And those are the things that we have to think about when you're on this side of the industry is you need to learn how to read the room. Step outside of your ego, step outside of your self-awareness. Read the consumer. What do they like? Take what they like versus what you have on your brand and match them to that. And the fact that I have versatility in 4 SKUs, I'm able to nail and match people in different nuances. That was a lot of fun. I had so much fun with it.
And Wendy, you have 4 different SKUs that are not finished. I mean, let's
Not
be
finished.
real. That most people with 4, if you told most people in the industry today, hey, you got to make a rye, and here's what you got to work with. We don't care what you use as far as cask, and you got to make 4 expressions. They're finishing probably 2 of them, just because that's the industry. It's just
Right.
Well,
Yeah.
I think it's the industry for anybody, but the most of the industry is put out a rye, either cast strength or either cast strength or just regular rye, and then consistently make it because that's what people want. They
Right.
want consistency in rye. Where you're now finishing. I mean, right now, but can you see yourself finishing some rye? Yeah. So we're
Next year, May. So I have 14 coming out. It's a quintessential one. It's 6 years old. It's not finished, but it's 123.03 proof. Next year, it's a finished rye.
okay.
Next year's a finished rye. And so I'm already working on next year's finished rye. I'm already working on So Archer Eland is going to have pure rye. It's going to have finished rye, which is innovation. And I have another portfolio that I'm building right now. So I'm very excited to see what everybody's going to think about it next year.
So you're
But
just,
right now, it's just pure.
but what you're doing is you're taking an industry that is very focused on consistency and you're adding all the different things that it can be. And it's not about consistency, it's about what the rye can be. And it's like,
I'm letting this whiskey speak for itself.
Right.
So, a lot of people, well, why is it that it's like this? It's like, nobody. It's 6 years old at 123 proof, 123.03. I can never recreate it the way that it is. I let the whiskey tell me when I blend. That's why it takes me a long time to create products. When I blend, I'm letting the whiskey and distillate speak.
Yep. Perfect.
Itself. I'm just a conduit.
Mhm.
And so when I do that, that's how I'm doing it. A lot of people don't really understand it. But, like I said, 14 is coming out. I'm very excited about it. It's got like French vanilla, orange blossoms. Then the rye comes through. But you get like flowers, right? You get the floral fragrance. Your Mother's Day flowers. That's what the interpretation I get through from it. And so my job as a conduit is to be able to, exude what the distillate is saying and showcase that. That's my job. Is to showcase what we're doing, not only in our home state, but what's our whiskey saying. So, yeah.
All right. So go ahead, Chris.
Real quick on the 14, Wendy, will it be first dropped at the reserve bar, or will it be OHLQ distributed throughout Columbus and whatnot?
I'm changing it. So we're gonna have drop at service, drop in all some select OHLQ stores, and we'll go e-commerce. Nice. It sells out, and we're done. It's a collective. So just so people know, I'm not gonna make a lot. I'm sorry. It's just the industry right now doesn't dictate for that. But I'm trying to be very purposeful and intentful with what I'm doing. So when I drop stuff, get it. it's done. Once it's done, it's gone. And so 14, we're only making a limited amount, very,
Nope.
very limited. LTO, right? Limited time offering.
Yeah.
And
That-
people that don't know,
I just changed my mind today. I was like, no. We're gonna do service and stores.
so people that don't know, Reserve Bar is the original location for Middle West that is downtown. That if you go in and you're going to go to dinner, that's the place that you go to. They have a great bar, but they also have the gift shop and bottle shop there.
Yeah.
So that's
So,
if somebody listening doesn't know, that's what we're talking about.
so question, when you distill, are you going to distill at the original location or are you going to distill at the new location?
That's for you to know and find out. When you
Because it obviously the new location's only been doing this for 2 years, so the whiskey that you're blend, I think it was March 24th is when he opened of 2024.
Pretty sure I know the answer to that question.
What?
2023. I have barrels out of 2023.
Okay.
I have new meat that's 2023.
Okay, so March, yeah,
March.
it's March already. So this year was the 3rd year. Okay.
So when I start, once I already nailed a company I'm going to work with. I've got to nail one more. I'm working with a historian that's very well known about rye research. So I'm working with a doctor in rye. And then I'm going to work with a particular company that specializes in farming them. So everything's going to be so amazing. It's a lot of fun. There's a lot of intent behind it. So I'm very excited. I'm very, very excited. And Ryan and I will be the ones distilling it. It's very important.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Yeah, that would make total sense to me. Because, I mean, he's got it down no matter where you distill it. All right.
Yeah, I want everything to be in Ohio, honestly. So yeah, it works out perfect that way.
And that's what he does, Ohio. I mean, and it's
yeah.
Go ahead, Chris.
Oh, I thought she said OH and I said IO.
Oh.
Yes, sir. Let's go.
That happened a lot in New Orleans, didn't it?
Hey, it happens everywhere. I went to a basketball game at UD for the play-in games, and after the game, people, Miami wins, and Miami of Ohio being in the tournament was great, but people in the hallway walking out are going, OH! And I'm like, holy crap, guys. Let Miami have their time.
Did anyone in the consumer panel have any questions for me or comments or anything that you can tell me to answer?
Jeff, you're monitoring?
I've been monitoring. They were mostly statements. Walker says cheers to you. I think he's met you throughout the festivals. And then Martin just said he really loves the brand statement that you just gave him. It's a testament to the future of whiskey, bourbon, and rye. And let's see, Matt says cheers. That's who I was with when we were down at the festival.
Anything I can't remember if he even tried.
What?
I don't remember. Matt, did you try anything when you were here in New Orleans?
I think he tried with me when we both did the. I want to say we both did Suede. I walked up and yes, because Suede's by far my favorite, and I will say tonight. Then it comes to Solstice, but I will say Cashmere. Like I said, sometimes it's good and sometimes it's different. That's kind of the one that was and I would say that on Aurora, like you said, the chocolate comes through, and I guess the last question, as the barrels are aging and you're tasting and you're doing what you're doing, the one thing I had Hunter Coffee was the distiller at Whiskey Thief when I was talking to him, and I asked him about ryes one time, and he said the ryes are just the weirdest thing when they're aging in the barrel and they get to be 6-7 years. He goes, you'll go in and you'll taste it in August, and it'll have this spearminty or chocolate kind of thing, and then you'll go back in like October and it'll be earthy. So then you let it go another 2 more months and taste it in January, and it's back to being spearminty. He says like they just change back and forth, and it was always, he said it was always a trick there because they do thieving from the barrel, and he says sometimes it'll change from Monday to Friday.
Yeah, it does. It does. And again, it boils down to how was it made? Pot still, column, hybrid. Depends on the barrel that you use, char level, right? And then we have to wonder about cooperage. We have to also wonder, is it American oak? Is it French oak? Is it some type of different type of Kirkus species? Because the wood grain structure tends to change, right? So then we're then having to worry about what type of phenols are going to be dominant. Is it alligitanians, lactones, eugenol, and stuff like that? I remember hearing some content creator going, "Oh yeah, the majority of rye flavor comes from the barrel," and I was like, "Oh my god, that's incorrect." But you have to take those things into consideration, and at that point in time, it's up to the warehouse manager, the blender, and distiller. Sometimes, depending on where you are, if you find that you taste something and that's the flavor profile that you want, you stop maturation right then and there and go, "Oh, we're harvesting." But those are the things and the nuances that kind of come into play. And that's the beauty about rye. It's so volatile and versatile. Once you nail the flavor profile you want, that's where you go. That's where you stop. It's
So
all about that.
so when you dump it into stainless, right? So
Uh-huh.
that stops the maturation. Do you
Yeah,
ever
it becomes
find that it changes still once it's dumped? Because I'm just asking a question because that part of it is always unique to me.
through homogenization. So yes, once you dump it into a stainless steel container, because an oak container will continue to change and mutate and so on. But once you put it into stainless steel, it becomes inert, meaning that it no longer takes on maturation. There's no other chemical reactions that are going to happen, right? You got steel and then you got your whiskey. Nothing's going to happen, right? But if you're in a barrel, right, depending on whatever wood that
Right.
you're using, you always have chemical reactions. But the minute you go into stainless steel, it's inert. It's done. Maturation is done. So that's why it's important that the minute you taste your barrels, the minute you taste your blend, and that's where you're happy, that's what you want, you stop it right then and then. You take it out the barrel and you do what you need to.
Okay.
So vessels like stainless steel, plastic, glass, they don't offer any further chemical reactions. They're inert, meaning that it doesn't do anything. Yeah.
Now air does a little bit. Oxidation a little, right? But
To a certain degree, but it's not going to change your blend that way.
not
That wildly.
not at that level of how much you have. Now on a bottle level, if you have a bottle and there's this much left in the bottle, the air might affect it to some. And sometimes I find it affects it in a nice way. A lot of times it can.
It depends on what it is, and if it's a finish, depends on the finish, depends on how long it's been. And that's the beauty of my bottles is that they are opaque, meaning that I did that on purpose because I wanted to ensure that I had longevity in the whiskey part. You continue to have the consistency of flavor with my bottles. They're completely shrouded. So I added that additional protection and layer. So you continue to have that same flavor profile.
All right, perfect. You have anything else, Chris?
I maybe, but I'm not going to go there. We've kept Wendy way too long, and I'm so thankful that she came on today and has told the world about this amazing brand and people that probably are that won't necessarily watch it tonight. But the thing is this lives on, past all of us, and somebody's going to watch this and be like, "I remember her," and they're going to remember you from something at Penelope or whatever, and that's great. So I think you're going to see continued success because you're putting absolutely 100% heart and soul into this, and that's 100% of the reason I want to support the heck out of you. So
thank you so much. I just want to showcase what Ohio is doing. We're doing phenomenal things in our home state, and I hope and pray that people have an open mind and approach it from a perspective of being open to new things and try what we have to offer. There's so many great things coming out of here. So Archer Eland is one of them. Middle West is one of them. There's a couple of projects I've done on Middle West, so go and get it while it's there. Try it and let me know what you think. And I thank you all so much for loving and supporting us. Yeah. And thank you, gents, for having me on your amazing show.
Yes, thanks for coming on. We'll do the finishing, but you can. I know you got stuff to do, so feel free.
Yes, I have a 16-hour ahead.
Yes.
16-hour day ahead of me. So.
All right. So good night and
Cheers, Wendy.
cheers. Thank you.
Cheers to you, gents. Thank you so much for having me. Have a wonderful evening. Good night to everybody. Thank you for tuning in.
All right. Good night.
Good night.
Perfect. Wow, that was great. I'm gonna quick finish up. I'll do my thing, whatever, and then I'm sure Walker or a couple of people want to come on and talk a little bit. So, are you in it for a couple minutes, Chris, or is it late for you?
It's a couple minutes, but yeah, I'm gonna have to get moving.
Yeah, because everybody wants to say hi, and I will tell everybody out there before I end it. CT is going to be on. He is in his off season of life, his life off season. The summer will pick up again, where he'll have a lot of graduation parties and stuff like that, and whatever. But this is his time. Basketball's over. All sports are over, and you've got like this month and a half, and you really stepped up. I will tell you, we've put down a lot of guests for podcasts, and we've been nailing it down. So it's going to be exciting next month and a half.
And if people haven't paid attention, follow the Scotchy Bourbon Boys page, because we have on Facebook posted a fantastic guest that we have coming on Thursday with Steve from Leather and Oak. I was there today. I'm going to tell you, you talk about a craft small distillery, and I think Leather and Oak, and I said it in one of the things that I posted, might be the sleeper bottle that people don't know about, that might be one of the best things you've drank in a while. Today I went there to pick up samples that I sent to you, and they were bottling the limoncello. They only bottle it 3 times a year. And I happened to go in on the day they're bottling it.
So where are they?
They're in Hilliard, which is right in Columbus, not far from where Wendy's at. So,
Well,
the crazy thing is, I have drove by the place. I can't tell you how many times. I meet my kids for dinner down the street from where it's at. I've never been there till today. So I'm excited to have Steve on Thursday. We've got, oh my gosh, we got some bangers. As we're doing this podcast, Danny is texting me from Penelope telling me what we're going to be doing on that podcast. And I'm just going to tell you, it's some new stuff. So,
okay.
Let me refer to it. The Estate Collection, our new Copper Series release, Madagascar. Yeah, so we got some fun stuff coming.
What? I had to bring it out. So we were in New Orleans, and Matt's like, whatever, and I'm like, so our Giant Eagle had one, so I sent Rachel over to buy it for him. So he's got it. I'm just showing Matt his the Rio. Now I've never had a Rio, and he's got one and another one. But the way that guy drinks Rio, I picked it up for him.
I gave him my last bottle of it because I'm good.
I know you are.
Hey, you know what I got forced to do the other day? I got forced to drink Amberana from High Bank, because they did their release of the basketball March Madness event, and it was the most subtle one that I've had yet.
So Macaulay had 3 Amberana Ryes entered in this year, and he won the category of best finished rye but there was one that was like, it tasted like French toast. Perfect. 2, there was one where it tasted like Amberana. It was just a little, and then there was one that I think he forgot about it, and it was in there for 9 months or something
Oh,
crazy. And it was just like drinking Amberana.
yeah, it definitely can
It was,
overdo it.
that one was too much for me, even. But anyways, all right. So let's do the finish up, everybody. Thanks for joining us. www.scotchybourbonboys.com. Glenn Cairns t-shirts, or contact me direct. Also, real quick, we're getting close to figuring out how to get this Maker's Mark barrel. I should be getting a case of stuff to give bottles so that you guys can let people taste. And then we're going to determine the liquor store where when it comes, you tell everybody to go buy it. So we're going to have one in the Dayton Springfield area. We're going to have one in the Columbus area. We're going to have one in the Canton area. And we're going to have one in the Cleveland area. So that's where we're at. But I'm going to be able to get a case first to get you guys bottles so you can tell everybody where to go get them. As far as everybody else, we will have you covered as far as the whatever we were doing before. So, and then I'll pick up a bunch so that we can have them as far as giveaway kind of stuff and things that we do just for the people who support the Scotchy Bourbon Boys. So we're really close on the Maker's Mark Private Select. I was talking to Ann and I said we need to get this done. So hopefully once everybody gets to taste it, everybody's going to want it. So I'm excited to pick up the case and then get it to you guys, and maybe we'll have a get together, right? Who knows? Yeah. That April 10th, we could get together down at Black Diamond.
Drinking in a rail car.
That's coming. That's coming. That's crazy. So that's what we're shooting for. So anyways, all right. Then Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, X. Maybe I'm not kicked off. They kicked me off TikTok because there's no alcohol, but now I'm being told people got kicked off and then they were let back in. It's like somehow that was a thing. And then also Apple, iHeart, and Spotify. No matter what, make sure that whether you watch us or listen to us, make sure you leave us good feedback. That's always important. Podcast is exploding. Views are going up immensely. The industry, it's just been great. So remember, good bourbon and rye equals good times and good friends. Make sure that you drink responsibly. Don't drink and drive. Don't drink and make sure you stay alive. And then make sure you live your life uncut and unfiltered. And we will have our favorite, if it's there somewhere.
Thanks again, Wendy, for joining us tonight. If you didn't get a chance to watch it, it's going to be posted anytime now. So go back, and that woman has some serious knowledge that everyone should listen to.
All right. I'm trying to find the theme song buried in all this stuff. All right. Let's see if I can get it done. Maybe
I can sing a theme song. It won't be the one you're trying to play, though.
Oh, my God. All right. Maybe, let's see. I got to see it's been so long. There's the quick facts. I was impressed on the, it's mail. My cloud data isn't syncing. That's just crazy. So I just should go for it. Let's see if I can just go over here on the Facebook. Let's go on this one. Facebook plus history. That is crazy. It should be right here. There it is. I found it. All right, everybody. Good night. And
ass on the floor, working hard all day till you can't no more. Life rolls on, but the choice is yours. How you play it out when you walk through that door. One bottle, one drink, one pour. That's what the Scotchy Bourbon Boys got in store. Tuesdays, Thursdays, come pull up a seat. We'll taste through the whiskey on the rocks and knees. Bourbon Scotch or a good old rye. Japanese, Irish, yeah, we'll tell you why. So wherever you're sipping, near or far, tune in with us from your home or your car. One bottle, one drink, one pour. That's the podcast you've been looking for.
All right, everybody. I will now throw out the invitation. There we are. Thanks, Steve, he said it was a great. Well, Wendy, you knew that would be a great podcast, did you not, CT?
Oh, for sure. Who's Steve? Who?
My friend Steve Pitzer.
Oh, okay.
He watches pretty much every time. Doesn't always come on. You should come on.
No, Wendy's just such a great knowledge. She just has so much knowledge of the industry, and I mean, blending ryes is just crazy.
Publish for uploading. All right. Wait, I gotta do audio magic. Here we go. Quality. I learned not to manage your pauses and your crosstalk, because if you do that on the thing, it just messes up the whole podcast. For uploading. And I will call it Wendy. She is so, because of Penelope background, right? She's so well known throughout the industry.
Yeah, for sure. What a brand to ride on, like to be a part of, because that ride with Penelope, going from what they did to selling back to the mothership, so to speak, and then what a great opportunity for her. And
I will
with Danny when we talked to him on in a couple of Thursdays.
I will say that with Wendy, her talent is so expressed in the industry, and the way she talks, that you don't even cover the fact that, one, she's a woman making a brand, her own brand. I mean, and it's a blend, and you have women within the industry, but that's not the norm of a woman blending and owning a brand, right? And two, you don't even realize what color she is. You know what I mean? She's a woman like, I think Uncle Nearest is the next person, but after that, can you name somebody, a woman of color that has her own brand of whiskey? But you don't even think of that, because the whiskey and Ohio and all that are so expressive. Wouldn't you agree? Like,
Well,
she's
doing an amazing
so
job of being able to come up with these first four to be so unique and different in their own ways. Just I can't even put it into terms. I mean, it's how you would come up with four that are so diverse compared to a lot of brands that would have probably stayed the same kind of flavor profiles.
I agree. And do you have the Michelone?
Yep.
I thought these all were the Michelone brand. Yeah, but it's just the straight rye whiskey, cask strength, dark Pumpernickel Rye, Middle West Spirits. I thought the Michelogne brand was all three, but it's not. It's just the bourbon.
Yeah.
And so that's
Michelogne, wheated, and then the pumpernickel rye. And then the big bottles that come in the tubes, a lot of those are finished. So you have the Oloroso, the sherry, PX sherry, and different ones.
there's the wheat whiskey, the Middle West Oloroso wheat whiskey.
Yeah, that's
Oloroso finished wheat whiskey. That's
the color bottle, right?
this one right back here. Can you see it? Wait,
Nah.
hold on. Let me get
It's
out.
the taller bottle with got the ribbon around
Yeah, it's
the
got the ribbon. See the one with the
neck?
ribbon?
Yeah,
That's it, right?
That's the one that comes in the tube.
Yep, it comes in a tube, and it was their double cast combination Oloroso wheat. I mean, honestly, Ryan really knows what he's doing, and I can't wait till his distillate starts to. I mean, we were there right with him when he built that distillery. He showed it to us
Right.
when it was blueprints. It's like, and so that was great. So what did you like it, John? Were you able to catch the podcast tonight?
Yeah, here and there. Sorry, man, I was in and out. But when I tuned in, man, she's super freaking knowledgeable. It's great.
Yeah, there's no doubt.
And she's just such a great person. Like, I went to an event in Columbus last fall, and it was for another brand. And what was crazy about it, it was at an Echo Spirits brand, but it was their winery, and it was for M&O Spirits with Doug and the gang from M&O. And I had texted Wendy, and I'm like, hey, I'm going over here. I don't even know where I'm going. What are you doing? And she's like, I've got a busy night, blah, blah, blah. And I said, well, if you get away, come over and hang out. And I'll be damned. I'm there 20 minutes, and here she rolls up, and she's like, I just decided to come hang out with you. So, and it was for two brands she's not even, connected with, other than just being in the industry and just loves good people, and she's just that type of person.
Right at the end with Penelope, she was in the Canton area, and she was actually going to come over and podcast in studio. I mean, when you think about it, podcasting in studio is a rare experience. Very, very not that many people anymore get to experience. It's almost like a sought after allocated brand. You know what I mean? If you're able to podcast in person in the studio like you are, CT, when we do the Christmas time, and then the select people, Ed Blay, who just released Old Stubborn, his new one. Is that crazy? Did you see? He sold it out. It was a pre-sale, and he sold it out during the pre-sale.
So when I was with Larry yesterday, Larry told me, he said that he saw it on Sealbox, and he bought the 4 bottles on Sealbox.
Wow.
Then he didn't realize that Brad had got it at Revival, so he called and he bought 4 more from Brad. And so he's got 8 of those bottles coming.
They're not cheap either, but they're good stuff, I hear.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I think $179 to $249 price point.
I got the old swagger from last year. I like it. It's pretty good.
I gotta see. Hey, Seth.
Yeah,
You should come down.
I'm getting ready.
I got him in studio. I don't know if there's room for you though. I'll have to.
You can take that damn Rio bottle and throw it off the counter, and you have plenty of room. Get rid of that shit.
Don't be sore.
Sorry, Danny, but get rid of it.
It's a Penelope. Well, yeah,
Hey, I'm not telling you what I get worked out for that. You're gonna get surprised. So when we do that one, you're not gonna know.
So in other words, how can I not know? What do you, okay. So the only way you could do that is when you send me the sample bottles, you just
Yeah.
number them.
Yes, I
Sure.
plan on it.
And you could put them in the little bottles with the Christmas sacks so I could put them on your Christmas tree.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know, I still have that.
I saw it when I was there during Christmas.
You should,
Right on the corner there.
yeah, you should do that again.
There's a lot of things I should do. I just can't find the time to do it.
That's because you're such a,
Right
now you're such, how do you have an Archer Eland sweatshirt?
I bought it when she did the event at the Reserve Bar.
Okay.
When we went in, Rachel's like, "We got to have that sweatshirt." I'm not going to tell you how much this sweatshirt was, but I got two of them, one for me, one for Rachel, and it is a super nice sweatshirt. Like it has the side, and it's a very high quality. This is my favorite sweatshirt I have.
I'm just going to have to put it out to Wendy that I need one. I will wear it on the podcast consistently.
She gives it to me to give to you because I'll make sure that
It's-
costs you.
What, are you going to make sure that it's like yours? Like, what is that? A small, men's small you're wearing there?
Extra large. I know you need a whatever the hell size you wear.
Triple XL.
It's but they are super nice sweatshirts.
You should grab a couple Glens from back there, from in the back room.
Back room? You don't have Glens on hand?
No, I do not. I use them all.
I'll just drink out of the sword.
He's going to drink out of the sword.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I could just give it to you in a glass. Do you want it just in
That's the
a...
one you
just
got
have it in a glass?
Yeah, or grab a Glen from over there.
That's what I was like saying. Like, why do I need to go grab back Glens when you have a shelf of Glens here?
It's.
How much has he had tonight, guys?
I've had nothing. We had a rye
Well-
podcast. Just come around here and then grab it. And...
Hold on.
All right. I'm going to make him stand because he's young.
I'm grabbing my ironfish.
Okay. So he's got a Glen. So what should I give him as far as the rye?
Do I have to have a rye?
Cashmere.
Cashmere?
Second. Over.
You really think I shouldn't give him suede? I should give him cashmere?
I think cashmere for the fact it's a little more complex than suede.
But it's a rye.
These are...
Don't listen to your dad.
He got a rye from
The
Ironfish.
ryes are good.
No, he got a pot still rye from Ironfish that...
One of you lucky few are getting.
Who wants it?
Who wants
Raise
the
your
rye?
hand. You're getting it, CT. You get it.
You know what? Let's go back. Let's go to the
just
Christmas
take
tree
that
over
off.
there on your stand. The Christmas tree that your dad was like, "Oh, I don't like rye." So I purposefully put one of the best ryes I had drank in that tree. That was his number one pick.
It was blind. It was. Yeah, it was. And he was laughing at me the whole time. What do you think of that?
I think
I'm gonna
I think a wrong
I'm
clock
switching.
is right twice a day.
What's that?
Dark Arts 11 and a half years called Liquid Gold.
Okay.
This is Macaulay's that's the one he's loves.
Okay. So he did the honey, and the honey was available in New Orleans, right? And I'm telling you guys, it's spectacular.
It is.
Like,
It's so different. It's not just a honey. It has just a subtle honey in it. It's really good.
and that was the pick for the festival, and it wasn't subtle. It was like a butter honey. I couldn't believe it. And so it's in my suitcase.
That you're not getting.
That I don't get till tomorrow. And I don't know if
It'll
it's,
be in there.
well, it could not be in there, or it could be broke. I mean, there's
Do you
so
think they flagged it?
Yeah. I think it's some black tar.
Why would they flag it? You're allowed to ship back wine bottles or bourbon bottles in
How
small.
many?
I had one. Matt
That's
had.
the only
Wait.
bottle in the bag?
It's the only bottle. It's in the middle of my suitcase between two shoes with and wrapped in 3 sweatshirts with 2 more sweatshirts on top and 4 pairs of jeans below it. So it's like it's in the middle. And
All
Matt
your clothes are gonna be honeyed if it broke.
and Matt his he brought back 8 bottles in a suitcase, same thing, and he basically lost 2. His comes off his comes off the plane. It's dripping. The ride home to my truck was the best smelling ride I ever had in my life in the car. It was an Eagle Rare and a Dark Arts Honey, one of those. So
Everywhere just
His
put a little.
broke?
they broke.
That
Oh.
So he
He
had,
tried to take 8 freaking bottles home.
Yep.
My God.
yeah, and he had those.
It, of New Orleans to Chicago or Chicago to Cleveland?
I don't know, but when we got off the plane, when we were getting off, because my bag wasn't tracking, so we're like waiting to get off the plane. It was a puddle jumper between Chicago and Cleveland, and they've got this like automatic conveyor, and they're going, and the guy's taking he's taking the bags, and he's just whipping them, and I'm like,
Yeah.
look, I'm like, hey Matt, look for my bag to see if it's there, and we're watching. He goes, I can't watch this. It's just so crazy. It was nuts.
Yeah, they don't give a shit.
They don't give a shit, Chris. They don't care.
You're
Like,
not-
fuck it, I'm going to throw it here and there. That's how they do it.
Yeah. And then they'll bitch about their pay being.
Did you like
too
it?
low.
No.
Okay, so here.
Oh,
These are
wow.
fucking scabs, man.
It was weird. It's my first pour of the night,
Okay, it is weird.
and it's a little hot for the first pour, and I almost
What,
couldn't.
you want to say hi to CT? CT.
Look at,
Hello, CT.
look at. Oh, is that Oliver?
CT. That's Orchid.
Orchid.
Say hello, CT.
Luke's over here mine's over here pouting because he's not getting to be in my
drink
freaking
the water.
lap right now.
It's just
Yeah,
water.
well,
Oh, it's just water?
my other
Here,
one's
I'll give you
out
this
there
one.
snoozing.
So I'm gonna
Yeah,
give him.
me some scratches.
I'm gonna give him Solstice and see if he likes. It's. I'm just.
It's a little more.
It's drinkable.
Well, that one tasted the most similar to the
Later.
to the French lick Sinclair.
You go sits.
The Sinclair tasted like the one you just gave me,
Okay.
but I don't usually break out the Sinclair until I'm at least 2 to 3 pours deep because I don't really like it that much.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. You
But I
said
don't know. I'm not like I don't know if my palate's just weird because I was out to dinner or if
no.
my.
There's no palate weird. It's just
Well,
what
I,
it is.
I almost didn't taste the last one. Like it was hot enough where it like overrode my taste buds. I was like, I don't really taste much of anything other than the heat.
All right, we'll try
That's what
this.
I'm saying.
Yeah, sometimes it just takes a minute to drink a few things and get.
That's
your
called
palate
palate shock.
Yeah, that's why I said. That's why I'm like, I don't know if I like it or not. It kind of just tastes. The only thing I could taste is something that was really bitter in the first one. That's all I tasted.
Okay.
Breathing hard, girl.
Wow, that was pretty good. He swishled it around his mouth.
This one actually is a little sweeter,
It is.
but almost like a bitter cherry or like a blackberry, like some very like a dark bitter fruit.
Well, the citrus is the
Ooh, and an orange peel.
see that citrus is
You
the
said you said that, and this
Hey.
tastes like a Manhattan, like with the muddled orange at the bottom. Is that the right way?
Walker, are you there?
I'm here.
So last night, Ohio did I was thinking about you all night. The Maker's Mark ambassadors did a Ohio thing. Look at my page and look at the picture I posted up in my story. I took the glass, so that said Ohio, but the I was the Maker's Mark bottle with the head.
Oh, that's cool.
And then I took it and laid it in the fire pit and took a picture of it. And freaking awesome. Lanessa's like, what in the hell? She's like, what? Do you do what? Like,
What do you mean the Maker's Mark ambassadors did an Ohio thing? What does that
She
mean?
did a thing. She did a thing on a rooftop in Columbus, down in Dublin.
Who?
Lanessa did. That's where I saw Larry at.
Lanessa. So Lanessa from OHLQ.
No, Lanessa from Maker's Mark.
So how did you find out about this?
So it was so ambassadors got invited,
Wait,
but
what do you mean ambassadors? A Maker's Mark?
anybody who's a Maker's ambassador
Well,
in Ohio got invited.
I didn't.
There was
Are you on the email list?
800 plus people on the waiting list. That's how many people did not get in.
Yeah, but I didn't even get an email, and I'm an ambassador.
I mean,
Like I'm an ambassador for life. I picked up my bottles this year. What the shit?
could be territory too. It may not be because you might be getting more of, if they do a Cleveland event, you might get that. Did you see it, Walker?
I'm still looking. I see the event.
No,
I see
like if you
bottle
look at
pics.
my Facebook page, it'll be like
Yeah.
like my story or whatever you put up there.
Okay, let me see if I've got it on stories. I was just
What?
some photos and I was
You
on your
stand?
page and I had trouble.
It's only on my
I
like
mean,
story.
it would be almost impossible to get it over here.
I know.
On Thursday, you can sit.
Okay, yeah.
So, what'd you think? Do you need water in it?
No, I didn't finish it.
Not your favorite.
I'm not my favorite, but definitely sippable. Sippable than the last one.
So you hear Walker, that the barrel pick is almost here.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
I'm excited.
How
In the
many
dark.
bottles do you have reserved?
I think it's 2, but I can definitely go back on and get some more.
Well, if we'll talk afterwards. We'll figure this out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like if I'm banned, how does Taylor from TikTok 170 million
What?
your story let go? I shouldn't be getting any reserve any it's just so it makes me so mad. They kicked me off TikTok. They banned my account, but yet I still get push notices. What's that about? That's why I think it's back on. That is our barrel pick.
From
Maker's Mark. It's been oxidizing. I think it's going to taste better. Our barrel pick will taste better than what it tasted that day.
What are you doing?
I can't do that. All right, I saw it, Chris. I'm going to play it later when I don't have to worry about the audio.
Yeah, I'm gonna post the picture later. That I just did like an enhanced version, but just the picture itself, I'll send it to you. It's pretty freaking cool.
Yeah, for sure. It looks like they put it on the glass from your picture.
Yeah,
let's
it's
start off with something more
it's
milder.
just the way it turned out.
Did you like
for
that?
not being an AI picture,
So
it just turned out really
hot
cool.
right now.
That's awesome.
Again, I think my palate
Would
is
you
better
leave
than
me
I had hot
alone?
wings.
Chris, did you get
Oh,
the
that'll
American
make it
Frank
taste
Barrel
hotter.
Proof Rye?
Yeah.
So what? The barrel proof rye?
Yeah, did you get that one?
I don't think I have a barrel proof rye. I think I drank it there. I think I would drink it at Evan Hill, but I don't think I've got a bottle of it.
Okay. I mean, for a 12 year, 3 months, it's only 108 proof.
That's Gervais.
It's good. I just was kind of hoping to be more in the 117 proof range.
What?
But
Yeah, a friend of mine, she
Nipple
likes
around.
the private
It's a
barrels
cap top.
that are like 90-some proof. She says
Yeah.
they're fantastic.
yeah, I mean, it's really not bad.
I think I have two from CC. I think Nash has way more.
Did I
The
try
what?
that one today?
The private barrels that are in the lower proof range.
Yeah, a lot of people I'm hearing more vibe on those, but I have so much freaking Elijah Craig, I can't drink anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, I can drink it more, but I can't drink it fast.
It's so many barrel picks, so many state picks. I mean, it's like to a point.
Where'd they
And,
buy,
and
where'd
I've
they buy the
noticed
rum barrels
even
from?
some of the batches lately have went a little tannic for me, and I don't like them.
Yeah, I think it just varies. I think those C batches are
This is
still like
That's when
Christmassy.
this is the Finland.
Or maybe
Oh,
that's
that,
the way I
that
explained it.
C923
They sent them to
spoiled
us.
the shit out of me.
So for the Gervasi,
Are you still
what
having
rum
any
barrels did
Christmas
they
stuff?
buy?
Do I still have what?
Do you still have any of that bottle that I gave you for Christmas?
Oh yeah, it's in safekeeping. I have it in a vault.
Good. Good for you, my friend.
I'm not messing with that one. That's like, that'll be 20 years from now. I'll go back to that and be like, you remember when?
Hey,
Everybody
Well,
still
don't
has to be dangerous, man.
put that in the garbage right
Sure.
next to. Hey, Walker, you gave me for Christmas. Did you give me the 14 or the 15?
I think I gave you the 14 because I think that's what you want. Oh, no, I gave you the 15. We're talking about Rare Perfection.
Yeah.
I gave you the 15 because you didn't have it.
Why are you doing that?
Because I want to lean over.
Feel free.
I mean, I can leave it there, but it's gonna be my side. I just want to like
Come
be
closer.
at like a bar, you know? Can this
Yeah.
take me?
Oh
It's
yeah.
a full bar, right?
Yeah, it's a
It's
full.
not your little flimsy one like you had the.
It is the flimsy one with the big top on top. Trying to
Well,
think.
hey guys, I gotta
Yep.
because I gotta be in Columbus in the morning. It's good seeing y'all.
Good seeing you.
What you doing in Columbus?
Thursday.
What do you got to do?
I have to go to. I gotta work.
Oh, so you're doing a
To sell.
yeah,
Stuff tomorrow.
but going to Columbus doesn't always mean you're working.
True. This morning I was working. I was at Leather and Oak, but that'll be a fun podcast. Steve's a good time, so we'll have fun on Thursday with him.
That'll be leather and right.
You're getting in your sample batch 2 of the rye, which hasn't even hit the shelves yet. They just bottled it the other day. You're getting batch 13 of the bourbon, which just got bottled the other day, and you're getting an older batch that I had, and you're getting limoncello.
Okay, that's perfect. And then yeah, I'll get that on Thursday, and then so
Yeah, that'll be fun.
is it a little samples? You had to pour
that's
them.
all I can
Good.
do.
No.
Yeah.
That's good. That's what I want to because, and then I don't have to sign for it.
Yeah, correct. It's in a small box. It's not that big.
Okay.
I think actually the box held lug nuts, and I took the lug nuts out and threw the damn samples in it.
I'm looking. I gotta get you the samples of the single malt that Filmland sent me. One of the people of the 3 people does the first. I think it's called McCormick's. I gotta. I wish I could. Hey,
Well, we'll get it. Let's see what we get in the next few weeks here, and then.
so we
we'll
have
get back, 'cause we got some time.
so we have Penelope, Filmland, Black Diamond, High Bank, and then also Indian Creek and Leather and Oak.
Okay. And then we have Dave Bob at Town Branch. And then I'm working on whatchamacallit that started the spinoff of Sagamore.
Right. So that's like
And he's set.
What?
He's all set. I just need to get the date set.
And the whiskey.
Yep.
The key always is the whiskey.
Silverthorn Reserve.
Okay.
Solid ass freaking Sag 10, man. This thing is ridiculous.
So the guy that did that left and started his own brand, and he's got a brand called Silverthorn because his name is Thorn.
All right, I'll give you.
And so that's supposedly getting a lot of traction.
What?
So I'm like, well, that's a guy.
You had some Green River?
This one I haven't had.
Oh, for sure, dude.
This is like a cool.
That 10 is great.
It's the
I mean, this
weeded.
stuff's great as general, but that 10 year is something else.
They killed it. They were that's the rye that got Jeff to shut up about not liking rye.
No, the rye that got me to shut up was the Michter's Toasted Barrel cast strength rye. That's the first rye that ever I wouldn't have been able to tell the difference between that and bourbon. I really wasn't able to. I'll have some of that.
Quite liked it.
Just trying to put this.
Well, anyway,
So everybody heard that Aaron's gone from Green River, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that
He's supposed to be in Ohio soon.
for his own
Have a good
thing.
night, CT.
Yep. You guys behave. I'll see you Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
All right, see you Thursday.
All right,
Chris.
that's crazy. 2 in a row, CT.
2 in a row. What?
2 podcasts in a row, and the way you're booking stuff, it's going to be like 8, 9 in a row.
I'll send you the.
All
Text in the
right. Good night, man.
Okay. See you later, guys.
Good night.
Have a good night.
All right.
Bye. Get this thing to stop. All right, there we go.
All right.
Now,
So
are we
now,
still on YouTube and Facebook?
yeah, we're still on, and we're going to be on till the end. It's a hefty night.
Hefty.
All right, good night. Bye-bye.
All right. Good night.
See
Good
ya.
night.
We're down to 3.
4.
3 people. But now that
I'm here,
now that
3
Chris
and a
is
half.
gone, there's more room for you at the bar.
Yeah, I know. Move over. This is good.
You like that one?
I do. It has the classic like Green River taste, but it's a little bit. I don't know what the right word is. I don't have the vocabulary. It's more of something.
So John, I mean, New Orleans was insane. Did you get to watch any of the lives?
I did not, man. I tried to click on a glimpse of one here and there. I was been so freaking busy.
You should go
I
back.
saw you guys in the parking garage though, and then Macaulay got married up there. That's wild.
The whole wedding's online if you want to watch
Yeah, I
it.
saw the horn player and him with his fucking sword. That was funny.
He got married with that sword.
I know.
Did you see that, Walker?
Jack
I'm
Sparrow?
not. I was trying to help a student who had a little bit of a problem getting through with some things. So
Well, anytime you guys for a month you want to go, it's just kind of it's all there. I have to go back and edit off that because there's some stuff that happens that is just off the charts. Now I gave my son my laptop,
Or a laptop.
and he's going to use it, but my account will always have, I will never have to upload anything to him.
Mhm.
He'll always have whatever I need him to do, whatever I'm doing. And we should, there is a ton of, I mean, I walked around the festival, Walker, and interviewed. First, it was a 45-minute on Facebook and got kicked out because the guy was smoking a cigar. So then I went 30 minutes on YouTube, and then I went another hour on Facebook again. And I'm just telling you, it was like the most I ever covered and the best. I watched each interview, and I'm going to have him separate out each interview and make them into videos, 2, 3 minute, 4 minute videos, and then go through and create shorts from them.
Yep.
yeah,
And then put together one, maybe a half-hour video of the whole festival.
how was Matt? Did he have a good time? I'll
Oh,
ask him himself later, but
yeah, me and Matt kind of really owned it. It was pretty phenomenal. I mean, overall, I mean, it was a time, but it was so bizarre because we're already having a great time at the Bourbon Festival, and we had we're part of the tasting for all the awards. We got to taste all 31 whiskeys blind. I've never tasted every category that you could tell the rye, you could tell the Amberana, but it was like, what is this? Because you didn't know what you're tasting at all. There could have been Japanese whiskey in there as far as you knew, but overall there was 31. And Randy was a part of it, and he got the vote, right? He was doing the voting.
Right.
And we get out of there, and Randy says, I tried to pace myself as he stumbled on the escalator, but at the end I wasn't able to. So then me and Me and Matt spent the rest of the night just trying to keep him paced so that he could.
Yeah.
We went to the chicken cock thing, and then we ended up at the Macaulay dinner, and then after the dinner, we went. Where did we go? Oh, we went to the Sazerac house, and then after that, he was up. He didn't go to the Sazerac house. He stayed and rested up, and then we walked him to his hotel room.
Yeah.
So then he told us after we dropped him off at 1:30 in the morning that he went out shopping, and I know that that's a Randy statement. He always tells you something that kind of would be outrageous if he did, but we all know he didn't do it.
I go back and forth on that. If I can remember it, if I was there, it's whatever. If he was the only person who was there, it's like, well, either it happened or it didn't, but it's not. I'm gonna chase
No,
it back.
he didn't go. There was no shopping for him to go out, and he was pretty well paced, and he thanked us for getting him to his hotel. There's no doubt.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
I'm glad everybody made it home safely. I'm sorry if Matt lost some bottles. I hope you don't lose any bottles. So.
Sometime I'll give you a story that happened to me. But overall, it was a highly successful, eventful trip that it's like you go there for a bourbon festival, and then it's like, did I go there for a bourbon festival or a wedding? I mean, it turned out to a wedding, and honestly, I was way more a part of it than I would have. I would have never thought I would have been as involved personally with it between Royce and Macaulay. They kind of included me and Matt. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that was kind of cool.
Remind me of the new Mrs. Minton's name. I'm trying to remember.
Her name is Avery.
Avery, thank you. He had mentioned it, and I just had forgotten.
If you look at it, it's Avery Spandin, some sort of like last name. So what more are you? What do you want now?
I don't know.
Okay, so you
How
don't.
about this signed
No.
9 year?
No. I got something for you right here. Oh, have you ever had this?
Look, I think you
Did
have
he
given me
already
three
have
brothers.
Five
the
Brothers.
jug decanter from Green River?
What?
Did he already have some of the jug decanter, the ceramic decanter?
We
from
just
Green River?
we just had some.
Yeah, we just had some weeded. Green River was there at the festival. The girl that always is at the festival that used to work at Ozzy Tyler and has been a part of it, she's still part of Green River. So she was there.
How about that one?
I got one for you.
Woodford?
Nope.
Nice.
All that winter.
No, this spectacular bottle.
Parker's Heritage.
The 14-year, is it the 14-year single malt? Barrel finished Kentucky straight malt whiskey finished in
Reconstructed heavy
Orange
toast cognac barrels.
Oh, heavy toast cognac, yeah.
Okay, so this is going to take you to this level. And then I'm going to give him, he's never had it, but I will give him some of the best whiskey you'll ever have. But you'll have to go
It
get
wasn't the bottle from the 40s.
Well, he tasted Dowling for the first time. Did you like it?
I liked it. It tasted, my best way to put it was it tasted like how you expect bourbon to taste when you're watching a 1940s gangster movie.
Ah, okay. An immersive experience.
It is.
You want to go have more, and we'll
It's
finish
a little-
the bottle,
It's a little leathery. It's strong.
and we'll
but
watch. Is it what would it be in Casablanca?
It would be in Casablanca. I was thinking more Boardwalk Empire.
Ooh, I should.
That's a Nookie Thompson would be drinking.
That would be the 20s.
Well, yes, but I'm just saying, yeah.
So
Al Capone.
grab that small bottle up there.
Well, can I drink this first?
Well, he was out of business by the 40s.
So
Okay, sure.
I got to Walker taste the 20-year from Old Carter.
Ooh, how was that?
Oh, toffee caramel heaven.
right?
At that is barrel strength. What do you think of that? That's just pretty damn good.
Smooth. I mean, I like the cognac finish on it. I can taste it.
You know what cognac tastes like?
I do.
It's good with a cigar.
I think, honestly, don't you all think that 107 is probably the ultimate proof for everything? Like 107 is like a sweet spot for proof.
See,
I think you're right.
For Elijah, the sweet spot for Elijah Craig is probably around 115 to 118. For some things, it's a little bit higher, but in general, 107,
Sweet,
especially for wheated, is nearly perfect, if not perfect.
This is unbelievable.
That being said, I'm going to taste a 110 OHL Cube Pecan Pie a la mode, which one of my first trips up to Ohio, I spent looking for it. Besides coming to the Honey Heaven release, so I managed to get a bottle.
That's awesome.
I was
That is
using
really
the
good bottle.
website and hunting around, and some people were like, "No, we don't have it. No, we don't have it." Finally, I got the one that did.
So that little bottle.
The Bardstown?
Yep.
Oh, you're gonna go with Cathedral. All right.
I'm gonna let him taste.
Cathedral with the staves from the. Is this the ones with the
From the Notre Dame.
Notre Dame staves?
Renovation, yeah.
How do you know about this?
You've talked to me about it. You actually said that you were in line to get this, and some a-hole cut you, and then got the last bottle. But now all of a sudden you have a bottle. So what happened there?
Mm. For my birthday, Randy. So this is Steve Nally, the master distiller. He was in New Orleans.
Wait, thanks. You helped me reach my stand goal today.
Okay, happy birthday, Jeffrey. That was written by Steve Nally.
So this is so when Notre Dame burned down,
They had to cut down
parts of the
300-year-old trees so that they could get the length
yes,
to rebuild the
yes.
cathedral. And
Some of the extra wood.
they made barrels out of.
Yep.
They didn't use the wood. They didn't use the old wood from the old Notre Dame. They used the new trees
Yeah,
cut
Correct.
down. Okay,
but the trees were 300
Could
years
you
old.
even, I mean, yeah, but could you even make a barrel out of the old wood? Could you try? Could you find it?
Theoretically, you could, but the whole problem was not that it was burned.
Yeah, it was
No.
burned pretty bad.
Yeah, but even yeah.
Well, I just call that charred, right? That's
It was
just a charred.
pre-charred.
Pre-charred wood, yeah.
No, but it
Yeah, I
it
know.
burned so hot.
Don't you remember watching that thing burn?
Yes, and the wood is so old and so dry because it's hundreds of years old that it just went up in flames immediately.
Oh no, not just that. It was so hot. Think about the level of heat trapped in that building.
Did
And the stone just starting to cook like a brick oven.
yeah
It's over 2,000 degrees.
did they
My
is
God.
it rebuilt yet?
Yeah.
They finished
Yeah.
it. They finished it.
Yeah, they had it
They
finished
finished it. Yeah.
last summer.
Last summer. Okay. Ooh.
Yeah. Ooh.
So we're drinking right now. Technically, like whiskey that the wood is in the current Notre Dame.
Yes, but we're also drinking from a barrel that was made from a tree that was
300 years old. Yes.
but when you let's just do the math. That was from the early started growing in the early 1700s in France.
Mm-hmm.
It's
So it was-
French oak.
What was happening in the early 1700s in France? They were still beheading their kings.
They were helping the American Revolution,
Yeah, American
and they
Revolution.
survived 2 world wars, bro.
Yeah.
That's some serious.
Well, and then
shit.
these trees, survived the 2 world wars, which is, I mean, hell,
Yeah, right.
they're landmarks that marked the First World War. Didn't even survive the second one.
Do you teach your kids about history that most of history is like overblown bullshit?
No.
No.
No, John.
It's not.
No, just the Revolutionary War. I was in Williamsburg, and the last battle where they took over the high point and led to surrendering. What's his name?
Lee?
No.
Cornwallis.
Cornwallis surrendering was
Yorktown.
a mound that had maybe 30 that would hold. It was like in a field, and then you see the little station, and it's about 12 feet tall, and it holds about 35 soldiers, and they took that, which then they got the high ground, and then he surrendered, and you're just going.
Well, before modern warfare, wars were more of like a status thing than a fighting thing.
Well, but the
reason they kicked their asses because the French Navy fucking.
Oh yeah, gave them
sailed into the harbor and they bombarded them. And then
not only did they bomb,
had the American on the outside.
Yeah, but the way that the harbor was set up, they not only did that, but they didn't give the English an out. They stopped them from being able to get out, and then that's why they surrendered. Otherwise, they would have just left.
But correct me if I'm wrong. Wasn't the British fighting 3 wars during?
Well, he surrendered. He weighed the white cheese.
At least 2.
2, okay.
At least 2. At least.
Like they were just stretched thin when America revolted.
But they didn't want to fight anyways. It's just like it's like Washington and Cornwallis went to the same school.
You're thinking wrong. The generals didn't want to fight each other, but the king wanted to fight them.
The king.
And that's the whole issue. The king said, go over there and do it, and you kind of had to, but you didn't want to shoot your brother.
Yeah, but you went a whole ocean away from the king, and the king couldn't do anything. And if you surrendered, you could just become part of America. You didn't have to go back to Britain if you didn't want to.
The king, at that time, a lot of those people would never have conceptualized it that way.
And we also know, in the end, it was just overall a money grab anyways for everybody who was paying shit ton of taxes in England
Well, it's almost
to come over to America and their money. And they, now... But that was 1776, and there wasn't any fucking income tax till 1916. I mean, there was no taxes. If you drank, you were taxed. Other than that, nobody was taxed ever.
Well, and tea and sugar.
They would have a couple, but it was pretty rare by comparison. There was no concept of having a whole line item list of things that you owe taxes for, and then a whole line item list of things that you have deductions for.
Well, right.
No concept of that whatsoever.
No, and I'm just telling you, right now we're back to the same place we were the first time. We're being taxed out our asses. We don't really have representation, Walker. We don't choose the people who run. They just run, and we have to choose the lesser of two evils.
This guy is anti-electoral college right here.
Who?
You
I love electoral college.
You just made the most compelling argument against them. We don't choose anyone.
Well,
we just
partially.
pick whoever the electoral college picks.
No, we when we vote for somebody, it's not like those candidates are like our favorite people that we would love, except for Trump.
Shut up.
Well, I'll agree. As per our usual arrangements, Ernie, I'll agree in part and disagree in part.
Because
obviously,
Walker.
You don't have to agree on everything.
Walker, you know me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. And I kind of see this as we're going through another development because obviously it's off balance right now, and we're going to have to put some things back into balance.
They'll get back into balance and when we're done just going over there and just kicking ever living motherfucking ass.
No, but I'm thinking about our government. I'm not thinking about other countries right now. But did y'all see the report today about Senator Kennedy from Louisiana trying to get the Senate to vote on not accepting any pay until the end of the Homeland Security shutout until they finally approve a budget?
Yeah.
Classic.
The entire Rules Committee for the Senate agreed unanimously. They get it to the floor. Some guy objects, and then he walks out.
Yeah, they ran out.
Well,
You can't do that. You have to be on the chamber floor. But
Yeah, you have to actually
they let it
say-
happen. Like, what the shit? You're like going around the rules, bro.
well, I will tell you. I will tell you.
They
Can
were
get some of that.
loopholes.
I will tell you that on Clay Thomas and Buck Sexton's show, a woman basically ended. She's like, she called up on Friday and she said to Clay Thomas, I can solve the government shutdown. And he's like, what? He goes, just send ICE agents to the airports and to the airports, and they can supplement what's going on. They can control the lines. They can do all the easy jobs so that the actual trained guys, the actual trained agents can now do all the complicated, the x-raying and everything. And you can open up some of them to open up some of that. And the first thing that Chuck,
was already on top of it.
as soon as it was over,
Was all over it.
but then Clay Thomas went on Jesse Waters on Friday night and said that a caller came in and said it. Trump saw it, and on Saturday morning he suggested it. Monday morning they were there. Today's Tuesday, and Chuck Schumer cut a deal with Trump, and it's going to go through and pass now. And by Thursday, the government's going to be open because he did
I
it.
think I.
What?
Yeah.
How do I fish that out?
They
What?
called
That's
it
where
bluff.
the wax ring poured off. In
Don't
there.
drink it. Spit it out.
Don't drink it. Spit it out.
Yeah, sip. What kind of? He just took my 21 knob and poured this pour, bastard. Get the hell out.
Oh, it's gonna go bad before you finish it.
We all know what that tastes like, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
You know
What did you do?
Thanks to Steve, I think, at the Makers Market event. Steve brought it.
I think what I'm gonna do is when you go, Dad, I'm gonna
Walker.
have all the podcast guys.
Walker,
over
you
for a
had
large
this at
party.
during Christmas.
That's true. I had it twice. Because Steve brought it
They
to
were
the
out.
Makers Market too. Because I had it at your house and then I had it before then.
Good.
Or right after, whichever it is.
All right, go put this away.
I was gonna put away after I go. Before.
Where's the top of it? Where's the oh?
There was none. I didn't remove anything.
Okay.
All I did was slide it out of the lock box.
I removed it because it wouldn't fit. Yeah. I just like, I mean, I think if I was John, I would be like in history class, I'd be like, y'all don't know. Yeah, that's a pretty good one. I think I have that. He has pecan pie a la mode.
Where is that?
It's
Pull it
good
out.
shit.
It's somewhere over there. There's a pecan pie.
Okay.
But anyways,
Oh wait, I see
pecan
a
praline.
crumble coffee cake.
That's pretty good.
That's
After
good shit.
this, I'm gonna have the crumble coffee cake.
So John, I would be like, they won't teach you this in any book, but the only reason why the United States exists, and this is all the history you need, is that whiskey was taxed to pay the Revolutionary War. Whiskey was taxed to pay the Civil War. Whiskey was taxed to pay the War of 1812. And the only reason why this country survived is because we could tax whiskey.
I think I would do that for high schoolers. I'm not sure if I would do that for the grade schoolers.
And you know the only reason why we survive today is because they can tax alcohol. That's why we're the
Wow.
richest freaking country
They
in the
started
world.
taxing weed and all those.
Now they're
guys.
taxing weed, and we're so rich we could just throw it all away in fraud.
I think what the president and others have tried to start selling the American people on is the notion that we survived for over 150 years without taxing your income.
Talk about the best Knob Creek you ever had.
If you want to go back to a place where the government no longer taxes your income, you're going to have to give up certain handouts that the government gives based on your income.
Well, you
But you get your income back.
shouldn't have to if you can charge enough
Well-
tariffs on the rest of the world. Because I'm going to ask you this.
Oh, wait,
I'll ask
come
this
on.
one.
You really think
It's
we
in the
need SNAP
Constitution
to?
somewhere. There were the 20s
Easy.
that they have to take taxes from American citizens.
What?
It's in there somehow.
No, they could take.
Well,
No, you don't have to. You can still charge tax on all products. There's no doubt about it. But what the thing that gets me is that people who are against tariffs, it's like if tariffs were so fucking bad, then why was every country in the world fucking tariffing us out our ass?
Calm down. Calm
and
down.
that's what they don't realize. They don't see it every day because it's baked in. But that was
didn't
happening.
get reported.
But what tariffs are good because you have to pay more for import. They'll charge you more for the imported stuff to make up for the taxes. But then the United States can compete internally, and they can make a
Yeah.
product, and then you can buy American. Like right now,
Yeah.
although Canada doesn't want any bourbon, America's drinking way more bourbons because Crown went up. Now, Crown was smart enough to lower the price back down because they were going to get their asses handed to them.
Right, because we're their best customers outside of Canada.
And
No,
that's
we're their
explained why
best
Weller
customers.
Single Barrel came up here
Yeah.
at one of the stores, and they had 7 cases of it. Not 1, not 2, 7, and I missed out.
Yeah. Yep. For sure.
Single Barrel Canadian Club is amazing.
Absolutely.
Single Barrel Canadian Club.
Do you know how many Crown, Single Barrel Crown, I'm sorry, is amazing.
Yeah.
Because they use to make Crown multiple barrels of many different of them, but when you get a single barrel, it's just one of them, and it was spectacular.
Yeah. Because they're giving you their best at that point, as opposed to giving you what they blended together for consistency and to get rid of their other barrel.
So what, you like that?
I do. I don't know. It's not stronger, is it?
It's smoother.
It's only 100 proof. It tastes, it's like,
It's 100 proof.
well, it's like more condensed. All the flavors of knob are just more prevalent.
There you go, Nobs. I got a 125
What?
cast string pig.
Over, up. There you go.
Yeah, 125.
I
What is
want
it,
some.
What is it, a 9?
This is 5 proof higher.
What's the year? Is it a 9 year? Is it a 18? Is it a...
Get the crumble cake.
Well, let me finish.
I'm looking, dude.
I'll help you.
Yeah, I probably need a little less.
not about a 10 year, not quite a 10.
10 year? Okay, 10 years. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Especially for
I'm
those...
gonna give my 7 year 3 months to try, or my 7 1/4 years.
Where's
to
the
try.
phone?
I don't know. Where's the phone? Who took it?
Oh, it's right here.
I had a friend from work that I just work kind of tangentially with. I don't work directly with him most of the time. And he told me that he liked Maker's Mark. I don't think he knew quite what he was in for, but I just gave him 2 samples to start. Then he went to our military liquor store and said, "That stuff is expensive." I said, "Yeah, that's why I didn't charge you for it. I just gave you a sample and see if you like it. And if you like it, you like it."
How do you catch
I
up to
didn't
live?
give you more samples per se, but I'm going to give
Oh,
you
you're
some
not
more
in this?
samples.
Just put your hand right there. All right.
Usually just
Keep
like
it there
regular
for a
Maker's
sec.
Mark, but I'm gonna give you
Yeah.
some more Maker's Mark stuff. He actually
Walker, we were up there.
We're still live.
PX, man.
Yeah.
We had a bunch up there.
Yeah. I felt like it was the right thing to do, and
Good stuff.
as long as I don't do parking lot deals where somebody thinks I'm like selling on the black market or some other thing, it's like I'm giving it to you. Like that was my choice at that point.
But you like Makers and man. That was a good deal to grab all of that.
It was, and I mean, what I think is the first black wax that they've made since like '98,
Do you like that one?
which
I don't know, Walker, how I ended up with one open and one closed.
I'm gonna grab another water.
oh, okay. So you gotta,
I'll bring it over.
yeah. So the open one is probably the one we drank out of.
No, and then I was supposed to figure out who to give the other one to, and we couldn't figure out.
So John was there.
He got his.
I'm trying-
Matt got his. Everybody,
Matt got his because I left it with him.
you probably left too many.
Oh, John, did you get one? Did you take one back to Chicago for Ted and you?
No, I didn't. You kept them, dude. I didn't take any of those makers.
That's what it is, honey. That one belongs to Ted Ferguson. So
Okay.
we'll figure this out. We'll figure it out.
All right.
If you get a chance and we go to the Cubs game, if you can bring it to the Cubs game with you, that would work out, I think.
I'll try.
Yeah. That's where it needs to go. I was just doing an inventory in my head real quick of like, okay, who was there, who wasn't there, and that was it.
When I was in New Orleans, Roxy decided she wanted to make microwave popcorn, and somehow it started on fire. and she came running.
no.
She came running. What did you do?
I don't know. I think my leg hit the wood. Like.
Barrel thing?
Yeah, but like it's a holder, you know?
Okay.
Because it's a little bit off. I think I just knocked it with my knee. I was wondering.
Don't trip on the pack or something.
What?
I said, tell Seth not to trip on the pack or something.
No, not that. That was pretty cool, wasn't it? Now,
Oh, yeah.
now it's in a glass box. Was it? I think I got that for Christmas. So you guys, it's
Yeah, that's
actually
cool, dude.
it lights up and everything.
Pretty speed, special.
Did you get it
I
out?
gotta get this place
Yeah.
cleaned up this week.
What was that?
What was this?
Mm-hmm.
This is
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna see if I can't have some people
family
over
syrup
on
that I
Saturday.
brought from Michigan.
One of my friends is gonna balk
And,
and I'm just gonna tell him, I'm gonna say, look,
Cherry liqueur.
if I get the place cleaned up, I want to change venue so that these guys can get used to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me do the pours from now on, so you don't end up
Okay.
so you don't end up peeing
Okay.
peeing the bed.
Some more
A
people.
little bit more.
No, have
Just
that,
a
and
little
we'll go.
bit.
We're having more.
Like this.
Yeah, we're having more. You're gonna get that old Carter.
Give them to him on
I
Friday.
want the old Carter.
So, did you guys like? Did you like what? Well, John said you didn't catch all of Wendy, did you, Walker?
No, neither did
No,
I.
it's about the last 10 minutes or so.
He just sounds so smart.
Yeah.
She like is like listening to heaven describe whiskey.
Yeah.
The first
She's
time I
so
met her, I
awesome.
couldn't believe it.
Oh, I can. But she's got a beautiful voice. She has commitment. She reminds me of Ed Blay, but also Marianne Eves. Like the best of people who blend and the best of people who distill. You know?
Good call.
Unforgiven was there, except Marianne was not.
Ah, I got you. There was a nice redheaded lady that was there when we were at Bourbon Festival. I'm not sure if her friend.
Her friend was there.
Okay, good.
She's like an older, more maked up person than
Then Marianne, yeah.
yes, she was there.
But she's nice. She's from Alabama, so we had a nice conversation when I was at Kentucky Bourbon Festival.
All right. That is
Sample barrage continues.
the crumble coffee cake is still one of my favorite of all time.
I think we had that at your friend's house or at Matt's friend's house when I was up in Cleveland. I'm sorry, I'm confusing my experiences. I'll think of the guy's name, Mark. I think Matt's friend is Mark that lives down the street from him.
Yeah, when you come up to Ohio, you just have to just like focus on me. And don't, because otherwise you just get it all mixed up. Just focus on me, Walker, and then you won't get it. What?
I gotta sit down for a minute.
Why don't you grab that chair and slide? Let's slide the.
I can't even slide myself over here, let alone the chair. It's fine.
I will get
We
it
can
over.
hear you now. Don't worry.
Yeah.
You just say
Yeah, I
what
can
you say.
visualize that angle.
Hey, wait.
Just like give me like 5 minutes in a chair. I don't need the whole rest of the time. I just need a little bit.
Can you hear him?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He just
of
needs a
course they
couple of
can.
seconds. He needs a rest. He needs a respite.
You can sit here.
Let me just give me 5 minutes.
Be fine. Be okay.
And then you can do old Carter.
Then I'll do a card with you.
Oh, that's a treat.
Maybe.
Not a lot of people are going to get to try that. I think you'll enjoy that.
Well, I don't have the 20. It's in the locker. I'm not Randy who sends people to his locker and doesn't understand that when you go, you can bring 5 people. You can drink the 20-year and you don't have to open your bottle.
Well, it's not just understanding; it's coordination. Like sometimes we can coordinate things, and sometimes we can't. You know.
Randy goes everywhere.
I know. I can't anymore, but that's a stage. This is a phase.
Are you going to come up for his induction?
I don't know yet.
Tell me your
Honestly, don't know
summer
yet.
shit so I can, because we're going to have him up. Tell me your summer schedule when you can, and I'll arrange it so that we could do his induction, and then we'll drive to Chicago and go to a Cub game.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm about to do negotiations with my boss tomorrow about what my April looks like. I'm not sure if I have enough time off in April to come. but
No, we're
I'm
talking
gonna look
about
at it.
summer. Who wants to
Yeah.
go to a freaking Cubs game in April?
That'll be snowing. Don't worry about
Not
People who don't
me.
want to burn up.
It's just like
People who
we
don't
could
want to
just
burn up.
we could just like all freeze our asses off and have Maker's Mark on the rocks, because they'll serve you Maker's Marks, but it's got to be on ice.
Yeah, that's fine with me. But no, it was Sunday morning when I went out to go to church. It was relatively pleasant until I got out of church. It was 92 degrees when I came out of church on Sunday.
Yeah, they were
Yeah,
they
you
were
guys have been
saying
having
that
a warm one.
Arizona's having record.
Yeah,
What
for
was
sure.
that?
The bottle opener.
Careful.
I'm careful.
Don't be breaking my glass top.
No breaking.
No break. What did you have at for dinner? Did you have any drinks for dinner?
No, but I did have the spicy wings that
How was Gwen?
good.
Okay.
Second trimester?
Well, that explains the not drinking.
Yeah. But yeah, I had the spicy wings from Winking Lizard and then the preferred fries, so the cheesy fries.
So, Walker,
Yes, Tiny.
I would like to ask you to start listening some of the podcasts.
Okay.
Probably the ones that you didn't listen to completely. I would ask
Right.
you to listen to them, and I want to know if you think the quality of the sound is up. And I want you to ask, and then I've been using AI to give me more structure.
Okay.
So I
Yeah.
want you to like compare to, because you've listened to all those back ones. Now I know that.
The other thing.
Yeah.
The other thing I would mention is that with CT back, I think you and CT talk over each other less than you and Martin do. So it's just a different dynamic as well. But I'll listen for everything else.
Well, just know that I don't talk over CT because he's bringing guests on. Okay.
Yep. Yep.
Even though me and Wendy are friends, and I saw her in New Orleans, CT booked it. CT is like in this point, and he's just decided to commit because he's so much of a part of the Scotchy Bourbon Boys, and he's been doing a lot of other stuff because Tuesdays and Thursdays weren't, but he was doing this, and all of a sudden he's like, I'm just gonna hammer you. And he's been hammering me. But I have to completely, but when me and Martin are on, we're pretty much
It's just you.
well, I have to get into the but CT's gonna help teach me so that when Martin's on, I can let him talk more too.
Good.
That's always been my problem. You know that. I let Martin talk way more than I used to, but I still. Yeah. I even gave.
The funny thing is, when you're in the same room, it's not the same dynamic. It's fine. When you're not in the same room, you're over each other because you're not quite in the same space or in each other's head the same way, and it's just funny. But when it's CT, like I've noticed, you pause a little bit more. CT talks a little bit more. It's just a different dynamic. So I think you're adjusting really well.
I had to tonight.
Yep. 100%.
I wanted Wendy to talk and I wanted CT to talk because CT knows Wendy as much as I do. And he set it up.
Yeah.
So you can't.
That's awesome.
And you know, she talked about how she sent these to her friends. And we're one of the few people in Ohio that got it, you know?
That makes sense. That's awesome.
Damn.
I need to look back through some different things. If I don't have the picture, probably Matt has the picture. I think Matt and I took a picture with Wendy at the Penelope pavilion or platform at Kentucky Bourbon Festival. So I'll have to check back with him.
Yeah.
When we were up there with cigars, I think Matt and I took a picture with Wendy.
So what was the last pour, Seth, that we're gonna have?
I don't know. The Woodford you said, or no, the what'd you say?
Well, do you guys remind me what I was gonna? Oh, Old Carter.
Old Carter. That's what it was.
So we gotta go.
Old Carter, yeah.
Are you good? Are you John? Okay, yeah, you blinked. You're petting your. Who are you petting?
Is it Orchid or Oliver that you're petting?
Oh, both of them. They're just licking my legs. And
Show me Oliver.
Oliver, come here.
Watch Oliver. Is it working still?
Yeah, I'm
Right, Oliver, come. Hey, come here.
What are your eyes not working?
Say hi.
No.
Wait.
Oh,
We're deaf.
Hi, Oliver. There's his big tail. Yeah, there he is.
Oliver.
This one?
I forgot he was a little darker than Orchid.
Yeah, he's a toasty.
134
Yeah.
proof.
He's like, pet me. Look at. He won't let me go.
Anything
He's just awesome.
above 125 should be classified as gas.
Look at Oliver.
Hey, buddy.
So
He
now,
has
one of these days you're going to drink
Orchid
a
and
hazmat
Oliver is
150.
his
I was gonna say this is probably cheaper than gas right now.
Yeah, maybe.
it's about to go
one of these
down.
days you're gonna put CT or I, and you're going to have what a 100. Oh yeah, you're going to have what like 153, 154 proof Old Louisville, but not first.
Yeah, not first. That's the big kicker.
I was 3 sheets to the wind when your dad and I were in Amin's warehouse, and he bottled one bottle for me at 153 proof. Chris has
Aren't we
Come
gonna
on,
finish
finish
it?
it?
Yeah, let's pour. Let's finish it. You, you finished it. Oh, I guess you didn't. There's a bottle kill.
Keep the fights.
You should,
Nice.
have, you should have a big gong back here every time you kill a bottle. Gong, you know?
Instead of a tiny gong.
Yeah, instead of a tiny one, a big one when you kill a
Put
bottle.
that. Don't put that back. Put it over. We'll put it over. Put it right over there. Yeah.
You have two
So
more.
I told your dad stuff, and I told John this when I was sharing
Oh
the
my God, it
last
smells
of
so good.
what remained of a bottle with some friends. It was called King of Kentucky, so I said, "The king is dead. Long live the king."
King is dead.
So
Yeah.
the King of Kentucky that you had has nothing to do with what they just released at Costco.
Right.
But
They're trying to capitalize on the brand, probably.
and we all know
Everybody says this is a high-end 1924. We'll see. I don't know.
is it made
We'll
by
see.
is it made by
Oh yeah, it has to be. Brown Foreman.
really?
It's proprietary.
Smell it.
I tasted
So
it.
this is their
Good, isn't it?
more
like
of
a
their
donkey
fruity
kicked me in the
floral
face.
ones. I've
I
not
think
cracked it yet. I hear it's creamy and good. Other people are like, oh,
Good.
this stuff just sucks.
That's
I'm like,
so good.
well, okay, yeah.
It is
I
really
mean,
good, but
compared to
again, it's like
18,
I just
17
got-
years, whatever.
I think he's never had a hazmat, but he just had a 136.
134.
134, Old Carter. And he said it's like getting kicked in the face by a donkey.
Hey,
you
you're
go.
not there yet, Seth. It's okay.
I know.
Hey, Jeff, you
No shame
won't
in it.
drink this, but that's a 142-1 rye.
Why would I not? That's dead drop.
Yeah, that's Thornton.
Yeah. What? Why would I not drink that? I
Because
just
it's a rye.
did you see this tonight? Four ryes,
I did.
and there wasn't a bad one in there. Although
That's good.
this one tries to be bad. Cashmere, it tries. It is insane. It almost tastes. It goes from. I don't know what the flavor is, but it's not formaldehyde. And then it's like, is it going to be formaldehyde? No. Is it going to be urine? No. Is it going to be, all the bad flavors? No. And then it's like, but then again, then you go to good flavors. Is it going to be Cocoa Krispies? No. I can't figure out what this does.
Yeah.
It's so concerning.
Yeah, like burp, and I can't. So I'm like waiting for it.
It's so concerning that it's too it's the first whiskey I ever drank that's too complicated.
Well, she says she likes a challenge and complexity, so
Yeah.
no doubt.
You
I
guys,
think I'm gonna make this.
the
Go ahead.
quality of what we're about to do coming up between Filmland and all these different brands, and I mean, and then we go into our big time season where we start to bring in high end brands.
We got to do the Kobold, Jeff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're coming up on
Yeah.
a year from having that almost.
August, so we got some time.
Yeah. It's coming though, dude. It just goes so fast.
Oh, yes, it does.
It does.
So what'd
Yeah.
you think?
Great. It was delicious.
Are you done?
At least for the moment.
Yeah, anyways, guys, I gotta get to bed. I gotta work. Do you guys want to keep talking?
I'm gonna go too, man. It's
I'm
almost
good.
11 here.
You'll
All
have
right.
an amazing night.
All right. It was great talking to you guys. Good podcast.
See you
And
Thursday.
see you guys Thursday
See you
for the
Thursday,
Leather and Oak podcast.
All right
Sounds
then.
good. Take care, gents.
All right.
Take care.
Love you,
Night.
brothers. All right.
Yep.
Later,
Love
man.
you both.
Peace.
All right. Good night.
Good night.
Oh, I gotta hit Facebook.
Yeah. End Facebook.
Stop.
Want me to end this?
Yep. And
How do I end it?
just at the top, hit the X.